Head coach Chris Bergeron and the Red Hawks of Miami. It's another season of the NCHC. Next on CBS Sports Network. Oxford, Ohio, we welcome you to the Goggin Ice Center, Steve Cady Arena in the southwest corner of the great state of Ohio. The Miami Red Hawks thinking upset as number one ranked North Dakota's in town. They're off to a 17-2-2 start, and they are on fire to begin this 2019-2020 season. So good to see you alongside Dave Starman, Shireen Saski at Ice Level. My name is Ben Holden. Great to be back with you for year number 7 of the NCHC here on CBS Sports Network, and year 18, Dave, of college hockey on the network as well.
Longest running package between the playoffs and regular season. It's been a blast, and we've seen some great things. We're going to see some more this year.
We certainly will, and where the league started back in 2013, right here, same matchup as we have tonight. Star Watch time. 2 players you're keeping your eyes on, and those watching at home should as well.
There's a lot of players in this game you can watch, but you think you're going to really enjoy watching Jordan Kawaguchi in North Dakota, and especially the way that he can look one way, go the other way. Great deception in his game and tremendous offensive stick. And you watch Karch Bachman, great speed, knows how to use it, knows when to crank it, knows when to pull it back, great pace, and boy, can he ever be elusive and slippery when he's got the puck.
And he's not afraid to shoot it in the top 10 in shots so far this season. Both teams coming off splits last weekend. North Dakota at home, Miami on the road. North Dakota, in their split Friday, they lost 6-3. You noticed something in our eye vision that we should keep our eyes on tonight.
Yeah, I think North Dakota's a great offensive team, and they're a really good 200-foot team. And when they go, they go. They've got great speed. All 4 lines like to get up and go. Good middle lane drive, go to the net, layer their attack. However, since they love playing low in the offensive zone, if a rush busts, they can wind up facing numbers going back the other way. And here's a great 3-on-2 in transition by Omaha. If this clicks in, that Saturday night game could have been a little bit different. So if you're going to get North Dakota, if Miami's going to make this into a game that they want to make it in, pace and transition offensively is going to be a key.
Keeping our eyes on that for certain. Eyes and ears on the benches. Shireen Saski, she's standing by with the Red Hawk captain, the pride of Ann Arbor, Michigan, Gordy Green.
Thanks, Ben. Well, Gordy, how do your Red Hawks utilize your speed to attack North Dakota tonight?
I think we got to get back to pucks fast in the D zone. We got to turn their D around and get on our forecheck hard. And the start for us is crucial tonight.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Shireen. We appreciate it. North Dakota, Miami, set to go here. North Dakota comes in the top team in the land, but the Red Hawks thinking upset on their home ice under first-year head coach here in Miami, Chris Bergeron. The opening face-off comes up next.
Hey, America. Come in for a $20 feast. Come to TGI Fridays today for 2 apps, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts, all starting at only $20. Come together, come together. Come in now to feast.
People take amazing photos of things every day, like grapefruits. And because we're so good at taking photos, we're also really good at doing taxes. People can be good at anything, even taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
Attention! The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-590-9395. That's 1-800-590-9395 now.
Hey there, I'm your guardian angel, also known as your liver. I work 24/7 to protect you from junk foods and unhealthy environments. When you overindulge, I clean you up. So help me help you with Liverite Liverade, the natural dietary supplement that aids and supports liver function. Impurities in your liver can make you feel tired and sluggish. Liverite's unique formula cleanses your liver from impurities in your diet and environment so you can have better energy and better quality of life. Help your liver with Liverite Liverade. Available at CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Walmart.
cares? Play through him. Make him know that you're going to play through him all night long. Offensive zone face-off loss. Let's execute it. They've got strong, they've got weak. D on the weak, make a read. On the strong, back out, live to fight another day. That simple. We get to a forecheck game off of an O-zone loss. It's special teams, it's face-offs. Everything we talked about just now is process. When our process is good, we're a handful. Don't settle for less.
That was moments ago inside of the Miami locker room. Head coach Chris Bergeron, his first season here. And as we touched on in the open, Dave, the first game in the history of this great conference came October 18th, 2013 between these two teams. A game won by North Dakota. Adam Shield gets the nod in net tonight for North Dakota. You wouldn't expect anyone else to be in there. He has had a season to remember to this point.
He certainly has, and a lot of it has to do with the patience that he's found, being able to stay on his feet, being able to read situations. He really likes where he is in the crease.
And at the other end, Ryan Larkin. He's 42 saves away from setting the Miami all-time record in that department. What do you like about him?
First of all, he's a better goalie than his record shows. What I like about him is his composure in the net right now. He has found a depth in the net that he is really comfortable playing at, and it's made a big difference in his game. He's more in the middle of the crease than over-aggressive.
Season 7 here on CBS Sports Network of the NCHC is underway. Sent down, and Shield will send it back up the left side. Jacob Bernard Docker, first-round pick of the Ottawa Senators, played it up the near side. Out to center now, and getting on it is Phil Nyes. Lays it back there for Clement, an outstanding freshman on the back end for Miami.
Watch the North Dakota early in this game. They're a road team that no matter where they are, they feel very much at home. So they have no problem taking the first 10 minutes of any game they play on the road and making it feel like they're playing at Ralph Engelstad. It's a really unique thing for them.
And that line that was just out there of Smith, Hane, and Senden, they really like to set the tone.
Hot, hard, and heavy is that group, and that's kind of like Pagansky's line a couple of years back.
Yep. Puck now loose and picked up by the freshman Frisch. Off to a really good start in his career, a plus 13 entering the game. Then Miami scores! Bachman fed it out in front, and Gillen buried it. Redhawks draw first blood. It's 1-0.
French had the right idea. He wanted to reverse it, but there was nobody there as Bass went to the front of the net. Then Bass got caught in no man's land, and you're absolutely right. As he buried it, Gordy Green with a little bit of pressure. Bachman wins a race in the back of the net. At that point, 2 and Green. Bass, he can't go behind because he's got to hold the hot spot. So Fritz looked to reverse. Bass took the hot spot. Miami capitalized, and it's 1-0 early.
1:03 the time of the goal for the Redhawks, and for the junior out of Gaylord, Michigan, his 6th of the season. That line has been dynamite for Chris Bergeron. They split him up for a moment, a short moment, but they were so good they had to put him back together. Bachman comes in, they score again! Green goes to the goal and buries it! 2-0 Miami!
Dave Jackson can't believe it. Miami from its own zone. We talked about right in the open. North Dakota likes to play 3 low. Here comes Miami with numbers going the other way. And Weston Michaud just couldn't get back to take away the middle, and all Green did was go right down Broadway. Stick on the ice, beat your check, stay inside. Michaud got back, but he couldn't get back fast enough. And the speed that we highlighted of Karch Bachman early on, before this game started, was a major factor in their transition. As soon as that goal went in, Ben, I almost turned to you and said North Dakota better call timeout.
And they
did. They just need to hit the reset button and start again.
Brad Berry there in the middle of the green tie, trying to get his guys regrouped and refocused here. A minute 29 into the game, Miami on top 2-0. As Gordy Green, the most recent goal scorer, their captain, with his 10th of the season. And that top line so far is killing Brad Berry's team down 2-0.
Now, I'll tell you what, if you're Brad Berry, you know you got skill, you know you got a good team, and they've got a mentality where they don't think they're out of any game. He talked earlier this week about they've been in games where they've been down a couple of goals early, they stayed with it, and they got games tied up and they won them. For Miami, conversely, they'd better understand that this is a good start, but there's still 58 minutes to go, and they're playing the Bear of the NCAA in North Dakota.
They are the top scoring team in terms of goals per game at 4.19. Icing called here, and total goals at 88 on the season. And Chris Bergeron spent 9 seasons at Bowling Green. He was an assistant here under Rico Blase for 10 years. Went to Bowling Green, resurrected their program. Blase was let go, and Bergeron back at the helm now here, his second stint as a head coach.
I love what he said earlier this week when he said the priority for us was finding and establishing an expectation level that our players can believe it. And it's taken them the entire first half to get it done, but they're on their way.
Entered the game off a split last weekend out in Colorado College. Here's North Dakota. First time they've been in the offensive zone, and they do a good job as Kierstead drew the penalty there. He was tripped up, delayed call coming, and it's touched by Clement. I believe he is the guilty one that took down Matt Kierstead, who's having a great season. And you're going to see North Dakota go to the man advantage for the first time here tonight.
This is a good hockey sense play by North Dakota. This is how you climb your way back into games, by making smart plays and by managing the puck. They threw the puck in as a dump in. They could have attacked. They didn't. That's the penalty. That's the end result. But it all started with Jackson Keene at the blue line just throwing a puck in because he was facing numbers instead of trying to create something that wasn't there. North Dakota got their forecheck established and drew a penalty.
So North Dakota goes to work on the power play. And they get a chance in front, knocked out of there though. Michaud couldn't get a stick on it. Power play for North Dakota, 18.3%. They get one here, they're right back in the hockey game as Kierstead strides back, slowed up by Shield. Hawkinson in on the forecheck, poked it away from Kierstead. Those two battle and scores free. Jasper Weatherby now trying to get some room to operate back in the net. Now Kierstead. Right up the middle of the sheet he goes over the Miami logo. Knocked off his stick, he was knocked down. Puck back in behind Larkin. And the Redhawks' Casey Gilling will get the pressure down the ice she goes.
This is a really good penalty killing unit for Miami, mostly because of the speed that they have on. It's 2/3 of their top line, and both Green and Gilling love to play up ice in that scenario. This unit is similar. Nye's another guy that likes to play up ice too. Real aggressive in their penalty kill.
Penalty kill for Miami entering this one, 77.6%. Gabe Bast on the puck. North Dakota without Colton Pullman tonight. Just the 4th game in his career he has missed. They'll miss them both back in Grand Forks with an upper body injury. Here's Gabe Bast now. He dealt with some injuries early in the season. First half of the season, missed 13 games. North Dakota trying to get control of the puck. They feed the line, but in between Bast and Frisch it goes.
Great play by 26 in Green, Cole Smith. Good stick, good poke check, almost created a scoring chance.
20 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Clement, the trip. Now Cole Smith banks around Monty Graham. Slowed up in the corner though is big Cole Smith. Back out to the point, hop past and through Bernard Docker.
I'll tell you what, North Dakota's got one big case of the yips right now. They'll settle in, but early on, they tried in that first minute to get their game going. Miami took a couple of goals, took a little steam out of them.
There's a chance in front as Caulfield got a redirect, then got another opportunity. Back to 5-on-5 as Clement's a free man here. That top line for Miami back out. Green had it knocked off his stick by Kierstead. Green lays on the body on Gavin Hain. Loose twig now. It's Senard. He'll go back and get that. Now Gilling's got it at center. In over the line goes Casey Gilling for Green. Just gets it toward the net. Bernard Docker knocked it out of harm's way. Kierstead sends it around. Slowed at the point, trying to play it back down the wall there was Ray Crowder. Now Kierstead will release the pressure, and North Dakota's going to go for a change, get fresh bodies on here as we've just passed the 5-minute mark. Fed ahead for Hawkinson. At center. It's iconic. Played it across now. It's Andrew Pesky over the line. Pesky with it. Centered it. Looking for Bowen. Too hot to handle. Gilling banked it ahead. Christian Mosen over the line. He'll sweep it in deep for Miami.
Another good hockey sense play there. Didn't have numbers. Put it in a safe area.
Here's a centering feed. Jordan got a piece, but it was off the mark. Now at the point, they get it back in deep behind Adam Shield. Rourke Russell down the wall. Jackson Keene on the body on him. Bowen freed it up now. Pesky will sweep back behind the goal and leave it for Taconic. Taconic with a couple of goals in the first meeting in early November up in Grand Forks. And a 7-1 North Dakota win that night. Swept the series, winning 5-4 the next night. Miami skating with a purpose. Nyes tangled up there with Frisch. No harm done. Clement's got it now. Paired up with Derek Daschke. Daschke having a very good season for Miami. Rink-wide feed right on the tape of Lown. Colin Adams having a great season out there for Bast. He got it free now. Comes onto the stick of Grant Mismash, the Nashville Predators draft pick. Knocked down, middle of the rink by Phil Nyes. Nyes trying to connect, and he does with Daschke. Good job by Kawaguchi coming back to slow him up. Frisch got a piece, and it came free to Colin Adams.
Daschke with his dive downs, 13 and white, loves to carry the puck offensively, and has made an impact on Miami in terms of his ability to get pucks in, carry them, and create plays from down low as a D-man.
Having a very good season indeed. Shot fired on, deflected back of the net now, trying to stuff that one on the wraparound was Weatherby. He's having a good season as well for North Dakota. Banked ahead by Pletzky, the NCHC Rookie of the Week, number 28 in white. Crowder sends it back in deep. Weatherby trying to pitchfork one up the wall. Now gathered, banked back out to the line for Bray Crowder. Shot in, steered away by Adam Scheel. Back in his home state, Lakewood, Ohio. It's way up near Cleveland, in suburban Cleveland. Here is the big, long defenseman Crowder. Puck will roll out the center. Miami's got control of it. Laid across by Switzer. Russell gets it back into the North Dakota zone. It's iconic now. Flip one along. Cole Smith. Back out there with Sendin and Hain. That line can do some heavy damage in more ways than one right there. Case in point, the body by Smith. Now Bachman backhands one. Miss for Gilling. It's iconic now. Ahead for Sendin. Sendin will shovel one in and into the Miami bench, and we get our first whistle in quite some time with 11:50 remaining in the opening period. Miami thinking upset. Well, this is a good way to start, Dave. They get one from Gilling, and then Gordy Green buries one. 2-0 Miami early on in Oxford.
For every get-together, for every spontaneous celebration, for every demanding job, unpredictable event, or peaceful getaway, there's a reliable Honda generator ready to give you more power, more freedom, more security, and the time to do what you want, where you want. That's power you can trust. That's a Honda generator.
See the full line of Honda generators at the Acme Tool Store near you or online at acmetools.com.
A single pair of hands can get things done. That's what doers do. But put tens of thousands of hands together. These hands are rebuilding communities impacted by natural disasters, improving veterans' homes across the country, and supporting job skills for returning vets. These are our hands, and this is how our doers do good. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
College hockey on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Beautiful Oxford, Ohio. The NCHC standings, Dave, entering play tonight. North Dakota off to an 8-1-1 start. Minnesota Duluth playing St. Cloud tonight.
You want to get to 500, you want to build some steam. And Miami, in 2 of their last 3 games, they beat Bowling Green. They split at Colorado College.
Yep.
I watched the Bowling Green game and a little bit of one of the CC games. But in that Bowling Green game, they were dialed in. They were hard to play against. They smothered BG all over the place. Special teams were good. They really looked like in that game, I thought they turned a corner with how concise they were in all 3 zones.
6-1 win. They had 6 different players score in that win. 12 players with at least a point and a season-high 42 shots.
And Ben, you know as well as I do, the details of your game matter. And it's certainly something that Miami has talked about and tried to become or make part of the program.
Here's mismatch now. Plays it across for Frisch now on the stick of Gabe Bass. If you're just joining us, Miami with 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of this hockey game. Grant mismatch. Laid it back for Colin Adams. What a year Adams is having. He's knocked down, taken off the puck though by his counterpart, number 18, Monty Graham. Adams back at his more comfortable and natural position of center this year. Something he and Brad Berry talked about in the offseason. Played center in his junior days for Honey Baked in the Metro Detroit area. And then when he played in Muskegon was a guy that moved from center to wing every now and then on a line with Casey Gilling, who scored tonight. And Andrei Svechnikov, the second overall pick 2 years ago in the NHL draft, who's scored a couple of Mike Legg-like goals for Carolina this season.
A lot of speed and skill on that line, huh?
No kidding. I asked Adams, I said, who was second in scoring? He goes, well, I was actually first. Because Svechnikov missed time for the World Junior and another event he had to take part in. Frozen by Larkin. Let's check in with Shireen for the first time tonight. Shireen.
Thanks, Ben. Well, you know, when Chris Bergeron took over the Red Hawks, he implemented a set of 12 objectives. These are objectives the players look at all game long. They include winning 53% of more face-offs, winning the special teams play, allowing less than 3 goals a game, blocking shots. His theory, if they hit 7 of these objectives in a game, they got a better chance to come away with the victory. Guys?
Yeah, no doubt about it. He went on to tell us that it was something George Gwasdecki started when he was a player here under him.
And the one thing that a lot of the players talked about is, and Gashke specifically,
chance in front for Blaisdell tonight,
is that all these concepts are concepts that they control. So it's not anything they leave to chance. These are all things that with their effort and their ability, they can make happen. And when you can control what you can control and you do it well, the ledger goes your way. And that's kind of the building process that Miami has started.
Well, in 9 years at Bowling Green, he turned a program around that was literally on the brink of yanking the plug and just closing the program down. Took him to the tournament last year where they lost to Scott Sandelin's Bulldogs of Minnesota Duluth.
And they gave Minnesota Duluth all they could handle.
They did. Cole Smith back out there trying to make something happen. He has really improved his skating. Centered for Hay. Another chance by Smith. And Larkin kept it out of the net. Now Hay trying to get a handle. Took a bump down there from Matt Berry. Just his 4th game of the Red Hawks. Transferred last year from Holy Cross. Made an impact last weekend in their win over Colorado College. Here's a shot gloved down easily by Adam Shield with 8:45 to go in the opening period of play. Miami up 2-0.
Goalies have been busy. The one that's been making stops has been the one in white right now. That's Ryan Larkin. Looks sharp early here against the Fighting Hawks.
Our last slide there about co-signing agreements. I know we haven't actually made a that's lunch.
Relief by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
When the threat from fire and water damage is at its biggest, hand the cleanup over to the team that stays with you until even the smallest detail is taken care of. From ready to restore to rebuild. 1-800-SERVPRO, the #1 choice in commercial cleanup and restoration.
Cut to the chase by Jersey Mike's.
Thank you, Jake. Have a great day.
Thank you. Be a sub above.
Welcome back to Oxford. The Miami Red Hawks with a 2-0 lead. Chris Bergeron joining me now. And Coach, you guys struck early, you struck often and set the tone. How were you able to do that?
Well, we told our guys that North Dakota starts pretty fast, so let's try to answer that, or even be the aggressor in that and take it to them. I think we're skating. I think we're competing. We got to clean up some plays with the puck just inside our blue line. I think we'll be fine.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Ben?
Thank you so much, Shireen.
And what did we talk about at the top of the telecast? North Dakota can go in any rink and make it feel like the Ralph and play a home game on the road, and Miami gave the perfect answer to that by reestablishing home ice.
North Dakota's won 5 in a row on the road. Just following up another thought on Shireen's interview there with Chris Bergeron. He must have said 6, 8, maybe 9 times in our conference call the other day. He said, we want to be smothering and hard to play against.
No question. And a lot of it is taking away time and space. You know what Bergeron wants his team to do? Play like the Bowling Green team that he coached played like, because they were an unbelievably hard team to play against.
Yeah. And
they played exactly the way that Bergeron played as a player.
Puck now inside the Miami zone. Bernard Docker slowed it down. There was some question early in the week whether or not he'd play, but obviously good to go. Here's Jordan Kawaguchi having a great campaign his junior season. This match couldn't get a stick on it for North Dakota.
Kawaguchi's kind of convinced the country that it's more than a one-man race for the Hobie.
Yes. Colin Adams with it now. He had his pocket picked though by Pletzky. Chase Pletzky, the pride of Bay City, Michigan, deflected in. Tyconic. Ottawa draft pick, one of 3 on this team. Now Pletzky's got it. Got rid of it in a hurry. Casey Johnson had him in his sights. Johnson with a big goal last Saturday.
By the way, fans watching at home, if you want to watch Miami's game plan in action, when North Dakota has the puck, especially in hot spots, and especially in middle lanes, watch how quickly Miami's closing up and count how many seconds they get to make a play. And that is going to be a part of Miami's game that they hope carries through from beginning to end. No space, no time, no ability to make plays and use their skill and creativity.
Redhawks, rink-wide feed onto the stick of Rourke Russell. Dashes in over the line, laid it back, was looking for Gordy Green. Gilling got to it. Russell's got it back now. High slot, Bachman, little toe drag. Shot, though, hit a body. Casey Johnson using the wall to get it down and out. Brad Berry talking to us early in the week said that goal that he scored last week, he's got that ability to energize the team, and everyone was lifted by that. Player that's went from defense to forward. He's just a versatile guy. Remember, Andrew Panzarella was a lot like that for North Dakota in the end of his career.
Oh, Panzarella was terrific.
Yep. Frozen here by Ryan Larkin.
Panzarella was a good physical player who was one of those guys who eliminated time and space, and that's what Miami's doing. And also, it's about attacking triggers. You get a player on their backhand, go get him. And this is a great play by Monty Graham, who centers the third line here, become a good defensive centerman. He's low in the coverage. He sees the player turn his back, can't make a play, can't escape, close the space, go through his hands, take the puck away. Great job.
Here's Weston Michaud. Blocked by Derek Dashke. Feeding the line is Blaisdell. Kierstead shot off the mark. Bernard Docker pinched in. Weatherby couldn't get there in time. Puck was on edge.
As a Michigan guy, you must remember Blaisdell's dad, Mike, who stays in the Red Wings.
I do. Unfortunately, your Long Island guy's not in the lineup tonight for North Dakota.
Oh, get ready for next Friday night.
I'm ready. Looking forward to seeing him play in person.
Boy, was Pinto terrific during the World Junior Tournament. So Bernard Docker won a gold medal in Canada.
Yeah.
Shane Pinto had a great tournament.
Assisted on the game-winning goal did Bernard Docker. Beautiful stretch pass. Like his coach, won a gold medal, the World Junior team for Canada. Now Cole Smith gathers his footing and over the line on the backhand. Sennard, who goes 6'7", lost his stick. Ian Crowder, 6'7" and 6'6" back there. North Dakota getting it free now to Pesky. Pesky, open man, Tyconic. Tyconic pulls the trigger, hit a body in front. And the Redhawks get this puck out as Mose is slowed up nicely by Gavin Hayne, the Flyer draft pick. Mose, though, stays with it, gets it back now. Steered away by Shield. Just kept it away there.
If you're going to steer away, Shield's a heck of a goalie, and he knows this, but if you're going to deflect that puck, deflect it to the quiet zone, not into the rebound lane. That's where you make your life difficult for yourself.
Could have been very dangerous. Taken away at center now by Mismatch. Grant Mismatch gets in, gets around the defense, right in, and a penalty coming up. Good burst there from Mismatch. Put his foot on the gas pedal and draws the penalty in North Dakota. With 4:37 remaining in the opening period, they are heading back to the power play. The penalty called right there, and Mismatch draws it. North Dakota looking for a goal. We come back on the Man Advantage.
We're bravest when we blaze new trails. Boldest when we reject the status quo. Brightest when we overcome stereotypes. Our mission is clear. Pursue success fearlessly. Innovate always. From now on, discover greatness.
I think the puppy likes pizza. Puppies don't eat pizza.
Thank you for calling Chewy.com or Pet Lover Shop.
Hi, I'm looking for some advice on what to feed our new puppy.
Aw, let's find him something he'll love.
Mom, the puppy peed.
And he seems to think my house is his bathroom.
We carry some great potty pads that I can add to your cart.
Perfect. Would you be able to help us set up his crate?
Of course. Let's walk through it together.
You're a lifesaver.
We're here for you. Food, toys, treats, and answers are all just a click away. Save 30% on your first order today at Chewy.
Tomorrow right here on CBS Sports Network, we've got a full slate of college hoops. First at 2 Eastern, St. Bonaventure battles VCU, and in primetime, Nevada takes on undefeated and 7th-ranked San Diego State. Brian Dutcher doing some damage out there. 18-0 on the season, 7-0 in conference play. That's a outstanding start to their season. Big day of basketball coming up tomorrow on the network. Here we've got a 2-0 lead for the home squad, Miami. North Dakota to the power play. Senard, the tripping penalty on Grant mismatch, and North Dakota looking to get back into this thing down by a pair.
This is where you miss Shade Pinto a little bit.
Yeah. Second power play chance of the hockey game for North Dakota. Cross ice, Bernard Docker down there. Challenged by Gilling. To the line, Kierstead. Now Kawaguchi surveys. Looking in front, beautiful goal! Redirected in by Weston Michaud. 2-1 game now as North Dakota cashes in on the man advantage, Dave.
Well, you don't think about free agency in college hockey, but a grad transfer in Weston Michaud from Colorado College has made a big difference for North Dakota. Just as veteran savvy by the front of the net. Michaud gets a stick down, sneaks in behind the defenseman who lost him. Remember, if you're a D, it's about head on a swivel. The guy behind you might be more dangerous than the guy in front of you. Michaud got lost, stuck back in, and a great play from Kawaguchi down low. A huge goal for North Dakota on not a great penalty by Miami.
Yep, big time goal they needed. 9th of the season for Weston Michaud. Leads North Dakota with the points he brought from Colorado College in career points. His 136th game and his 80th career point, 38th career goal, and a big one to get the squad in green from Grand Forks right back in this one. It's a one-shot game.
And look, North Dakota goes to its heavy line, coming right off the goal. They seize momentum with the power play, and they put this line out there, which is a grind line that makes teams defend and panic right on the ice.
Tough to play against Cole Smith, Gavin Hain. Sending out there with him as well when they're out there as a trio.
And it's funny, they talked about Hain they want Hain to hold on to the puck a little bit more and make more plays because of how good he is with the puck, how strong he is. I joked with Dane Jackson before the game. I said, normally as coaches, we're telling guys, hey, let's move the puck, don't hold on to it. He goes, but hey, with Hain, we want him to hold on to it a little bit more because he's so good at protecting and processing.
Jackson Keene, son of longtime NHLer Mike Keene. I told him yesterday, I said, man, I'm getting old. I called your dad's last year in the American Hockey League. Now I'm calling your games. 2-on-1 Miami. Gilling! And he ripped it! Casey Gilling! Top shelf snipe! Back to a 2-goal lead for Miami.
To beat the big dogs, your best players have to be your best players. And the best 3 players in the game have been Miami's top line. And once again, in transition, with numbers, on the rush, Miami strikes. It's been a theme we discussed earlier in the telecast. North Dakota so aggressive offensively, if you can catch them in transition, you go, go, go. And that line, with the speed that they have, has been good defensively, has been great at turning the puck around, and they are not wasting opportunities at an odd man rush. They're finishing with a shot.
Back in 2018, Gilling had a career-high 3 points. That game was at North Dakota. Game 2, the one that Miami lost by 1. He had an assist. North Dakota right back, they score! Mismatch! Kawaguchi, another assist, and North Dakota's got it back to a one-shot game. I think we're in for a fun night here, Dave.
This is starting to remind me of that Denver-North Dakota game we did a couple years back with the CBS line and the Pac Rim line.
Never forget it.
Went head-to-head. Great outlet pass by North Dakota to the middle of the rink, which increases your chances of making an offensive-minded play to the net, and it was just a really good job by Mismatch to outskate and outwork Mahalik to the front of the net. Mahalik's been banged up, working his way back into the lineup. But when you as a defenseman can put a pass into the middle of the ice as opposed to putting a pass up the walls, analytics will tell you it greatly increases your chances of creating a chance off the rush as you move up ice.
Puck was touched in the bench area, and for Grant Mismatch, now in his 9th career game against Miami, his 7th point, 3 goals and 4 assists, and on the season for the Nashville pick, the product of Edina, Minnesota, his 7th goal and 16th point. As Brad Berry looks on, 3 goals in 140, Dave, 100 seconds, 3 goals.
The beauty of Mismatch is he really moves the needle when he's got the puck on his stick. He's elusive, he's got speed, he's got work ethic, he's got skill, but when the puck's on his stick, he draws attention, but because of the fact he's got such great explosion, he can make plays.
Here's Blaisdell now. Winnipeg draft pick, fired in wide by Kierstead. Matt Kierstead has really developed in his career at North Dakota. He is going to have an opportunity pretty much wherever he wants when his career is done here in college. Shawn was tripped up, gets it inside the Red Hawk zone. Pressuring the puck now, Gordy Green gets it out near the line. Backhands it ahead now. Line change in progress for Miami. Both teams changing personnel. Great pace to this opening period. 5 goals inside of 100 seconds to play in it. Glove down by 6'7", 6'10" on skates, Andrew Senard. Kept alive, Miami. Right point into the middle. Green backhands one, now Senard. Kicked it onto his stick, throws it into the corner. Gilling will try to get on his horse and get over there. Bass cut him off though. Good stick by Cole Smith to get it out. 70 seconds left now in the opening period. Bass watched by Gilling, using the glass, gave Bastet. Here comes Smith now with Hayne. Adams takes it high slot, drifting into the circle. Colin Adams puts on the brakes now. He can really skate. Brad Berry called him an elite skater this week in talking with him.
He's becoming an elite thinker too.
Yeah.
He's another guy that has really begun to understand the concept of where to be to find soft spots in the ice, where to be on the rush, where to be to get good pucks, and it's improved his game.
Draft pick of the New York Islanders, product of Brighton, Michigan. Now Miami, coming up on half a minute to go. Pass to Mahalik at the line, off the mark. He had to come back outside the zone, off the skate of Kawaguchi. Back now on the stick of Mahalik. He'll free it up there, and they'll sling it ahead now for Slatic, one of their freshmen who's got great wheels. He'll get it back now at the hash marks. Deflected puck went free to Mismatch. Under 10 now to go in the period. Mismatch ahead for Bernard Docker. He gets it inside the zone. North Dakota trying to get in there, but I don't think they're going to get a chance. They won't. And it's sent out of there by the Red Hawks in a very entertaining opening 20 in our debut night here in 2020 of the NCHC. 5 goals, Miami up 3-2. Coming up in the intermission, Shireen will have a rinkside player interview. We'll have a profile of first-year Miami head coach Chris Bergeron, and Dave and I will have first period analysis, highlight stats, and a whole lot more up here in the broadcast booth here from the Goggin Ice Center. Quite a night so far. 3-2. Miami got out to a 2-0 lead. North Dakota comes back. They get a couple. After 20, Miami on top of number 1 North Dakota, 3-2.
Hey, America, come in for a $20 feast. Come to TGI Fridays today for 2 apps, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts, all starting at only $20. Come together, come together. Come in now to feast.
Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing what? Using my Old Spice Moisturize with Shea Butter Body Wash?
All I wanted was to use your body wash.
And all I wanted was to have a body wash.
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-590-9395. That's 1-800-590-9395 now.
If you're behind on your mortgage payments, threatened with foreclosure, denied a loan modification, or have been the victim of a predatory loan, the Stop Foreclosure Group can help. You have rights, and we have options. Call now for a free consultation.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Okay.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different.
A wild first period here in Oxford. 5 total goals tonight. North Dakota trailing Miami, however, by 1 after 1 period of play. Well, joining me right now is Jordan Kawaguchi. And Jordan, I don't know that I've ever seen North Dakota had to take a timeout less than 90 seconds into the game. What was the message on the bench then?
Just get going. Obviously, we didn't have the greatest start, and we weren't ready to play. So coach brought us in and just said, hey, let's start going, moving our feet, and get the puck deep, and just do the simple things.
You were down 2-0 very early, but you've come back in this one. You've got to assist in this game tonight. What can you say about how you guys have responded?
I think we responded, just okay. I think we were still had little breakdowns and maybe a few lapses here and there. So we'll go in for the intermission and be ready for the second.
Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate your time. Jordan Kawaguchi of North Dakota, known there in Grand Forks as Kawahobi, certainly one of the candidates this season. Stay with us. Coming up, we take a look at the Miami Redhawks' new head coach. We'll be back from Oxford in a moment.
Come on, hurry. Come on.
Stay sad.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Quality time by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The Home Depot is changing the way doing gets done. Now, the Days of Doing Bath event starts on your phone, and a trip to the store helps you find exactly what you didn't know you were looking for. Now everything you need to get the job done is right at your doorstep. It's a good time to be a doer. Welcome to today's Home Depot. For a limited time, save up to 40% on vanities at the Days of Doing Bath event. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
When fire and water threaten your home, hand the cleanup over to the team that stays with you every step of the way in your journey back. 1-800-SERVPRO and ServPro.com. Like it never even happened.
DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza now has even more cheese. If it were any cheesier, it would sing to you from the oven. You don't get that from delivery. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing what? Using my Old Spice moisturized with shea butter body wash?
All I wanted was to use your body wash.
And all I wanted was to have a body wash.
Yeah, let's go. Connection by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Back in Oxford, the Redhawks with a surprising 1-goal lead over the #1 team in the nation. Well, they say there is no place like home, and for Chris Bergeron, Oxford is home for the third time. He captained the Red Hawks in the early 1990s and won a CCHA title. He spent a decade here as an assistant coach, leading the Red Hawks to 6 NCAA tourney appearances and 2 Frozen Fours. And after leading Bowling Green to its first NCAA tourney since 1990, Chris Bergeron is back home in Oxford. Yet the decision to come here was bittersweet. Our Ben Holden sat down with the Miami head coach.
What was that all like going through that when the opportunity came about to go back to Miami?
I saw a friend of mine lose his job. I left something that I felt like it was a child that we had watched grow for 9 years. I was uprooting in my family. It was difficult, but at the end of the day, it was more exciting than it was difficult to be able to potentially go back to Miami in this role. Now that I'm back there, it's all excitement.
Your initial reaction, all the things that came with having a new coach come in, what stands out for you, Gordy?
I mean, with the new coach, you got to get trust in your players and you got to trust your coach. So I think him trying to get to know everyone on a personal level and for us trying to get to know him, he's been doing a really good job with that and he's been earning our trust. And once we got that established, which you already have, you're going to want to go play for him.
You and Rico, the first phone call, I mean, what was that like?
It was very difficult. I called him on the Wednesday. I accepted the job on Friday. It was an emotional call for me. I think it was a call he was expecting. My relationship with Rico matters to me, and it's always going to. We've known each other for a long time. He walked on the campus in 1990. I was a sophomore. He was a freshman. And what he did when he called in 1999 and said, "Come do this with me," is something that I'll never, ever be able to repay him. Now, Miami hockey is something that bonds us together and will forever. But my relationship with him is something that matters to me, and I think it's good. It's good, and it's going to be what it's supposed to be because of the two human beings, I think.
So you see some things kind of starting to come together here for the Red Hawks as this young team under Chris Bergeron trying to find its footing.
The last 3 years have not been good for your program. What do you guys feel as a group you have to do to get your team and your program back to a place where you want it to be?
We have to do two things. I think we have to be harder to play against, and we have to deal with adversity better. I mean, each team goes through droughts or a bad weekend or something. You just can't string bad weekends together.
The best cultures are the teams that win. You tell me a team that wins that has a bad culture, you just don't talk like that.
Yeah.
You don't win, so the culture's bad. The way we've reacted to adversity is something that needs to change. I believe the group wants better. I believe the group wants to be more successful. They came to Miami under the impression that they're coming there to win. We are going to be a hard team to play against. Whether Miami's coming to you for the weekend or you're coming to us, you better be ready to play.
And in talking to the Miami players this week, they all agreed Chris Bergeron's energy and his intensity is infectious. Ben Holden and Dave Starman got the energy. They'll be back after this. Stay with us.
No one tells you what to expect when you're expecting a new pet.
Okay, Benny, we need to get you a crate, training treats, potty pads.
But with Chewy's low prices, you'll find amazing deals on everything you need for your pets.
Oh, even those toys?
You can save on toys, food, treats, even your pet's prescriptions.
What about leashes, a bowl, his ID tag?
You can get it all at a great price. Even the shipping is free. So what are you waiting for? Start saving at Chewy today. Save 30% on your first order at Chewy.
I don't know why I love you, but I do. I don't know why I cry so, but I do. I don't know why I love you, but I do.
Everything your trip needs for everyone you love. Expedia.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin,
an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA Insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
The reinvented Tempur-Breeze by Tempur-Pedic is at Mattress Firm. Experience the next level cooling and maximum pressure relief of these luxury beds. Plus, get $300 in bonus cash towards your choice of sleep accessories. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
KFC Famous Bowls are only $3, a whole pound of tasty food. But how? It's a famous pour of this and some famous bits of that, and my famous chicken on top of all that stuff, and more gravy. KFC Famous Bowls, a whole pound of delicious food for only $3.
Quite a start to this one. 5 goals in the opening period. Miami on top of number 1 North Dakota, 3-2 after 20 minutes. And North Dakota fans, no fan base in the country travels as good as North Dakota fans. You see him here tonight. Dave Starman, Ben Holden. And Dave, we're both always trying to keep our fingers, and you do all the time. You're able to keep your pulse on the finger of college hockey. And last month we lost one of the greats, one of the giants in the game, in Doug Woog.
Yeah, we certainly did. Doug Woog was the longtime coach at University of Minnesota. And after he stopped coaching, he started doing TV.
Yeah.
Fox Sports North, and it was the analysts on the Gopher games. He and Frank Mazzocco.
They were great.
They were as entertaining as anything. And as a young guy or young college hockey broadcaster breaking into newbie, I watched a lot of those Gopher games and learned a lot about the WCHA from Wooger. And then being able to befriend him, hear the stories about the history of the program, about how he took it over, a lot of the things he did, getting into conversations with him and part of Jeff Sauer, Ron Mason, that kind of thing. Doug Woog passed away shortly before the World Junior Tournament. Was a wonderful man, great family man, a great friend to all of us in college hockey, and a great friend to me as I started out in this business, and I was proud to be able to know him, call him a buddy. He will certainly be missed.
Yeah, I never met the man, but I'm like you. I used to watch he and Frank Mazzocco all the time. They were terrific together, did so much for the game. Born in 1944, passed away last month, as Dave mentioned. You're in our thoughts, Doug, your family, and all those that knew you, your family and friends.
For every get-together, for every spontaneous celebration, for every demanding job, unpredictable event, or peaceful getaway, there's a reliable Honda generator ready to give you more power, more freedom, more security, and the time to do what you want, where you want. That's power you can trust. That's a Honda generator.
See the full line of Honda generators at the Acme Tool Store near you or online at acmetools.com.
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-590-9395. That's 1-800-590-9395 now.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink. And if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liverite Liverade, the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liverite helps your liver work properly so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
All right, Dave, a first period that featured 5 goals, and at 1:03, Casey Gilling got things going for Miami.
And then Miami's speed continued to go. This period was really about Miami's top line and its speed and desire. Miami took a penalty, gave a power play goal, came right back with the big line, and then the big line of North Dakota. got him back to within 3-2. So each team's top 3 have come as advertised tonight. New goaltender for North Dakota.
Yeah.
Peter Tome will come in. This was a night where Adam Shield just didn't have it. The saves that he made, especially plays with low on the ice, pucks just were moving around on him in a fashion that you haven't really seen all year.
So Tome, the Columbus Blue Jackets pick, played in just one game, and it was last Friday against Omaha. For North Dakota, unfortunately, a similar script in terms of tending issues in the Friday game in back-to-back weeks. Larkin gave up 2 in the opening period. Shield a 3 as Dave touched on, and we play on. Great to have you with us with Dave Starman, Shereen Saski down at ice level. My name is Ben Holden. Opening night here on CBS Sports Network of the NCHC on CBS Sports Network. Year number 7. Year number 18 overall for college hockey on our network. Gilling with a pair of goals in the opening period. Bachman there with a puck played it across for Crowder. He had a pair of assists in the opening period. Crowder, though, slowed up along the half wall. Not easy to do. It's 6'6" and about 230. Told me yesterday he was 6'6" as a sophomore. That's incredible.
It's a lot of shoes to buy when you're a kid.
No kidding. In fact, he actually, when he got to that point, he hasn't gotten any taller. He just put on 50 pounds. He said he's still wearing, he showed me his sandals. He said, I've had these since high school. Like, my goodness, Sendin trying to throw one there and bank one in off Ryan Larkin. And Barry used his timeout after it was 2-0 in the opening period. If you're just joining us for North Dakota, he fell behind after those goals by Gilling and Green. Both of those scored at even strength. Michaud got him on the board. A power play tally to make it 2-1. Here's Crowder now. 5-on-5 hockey here. Crowder dropped like a tree there, hit by Sendin. And a real edge to his game.
North Dakota's heavy line with Smith on it, Haynes, Sendin. They just pinned Miami in for a good 35 seconds, and it was Miami's big line that was on the ice. If you're going to turn a game around and your heavy line could play like that, especially making Miami's top line defend, now you're living right, and that's going to be part of their plan as they go along.
Here's Weston Michaud. Had it. Lost it. Sladek trying to work his way. Good back check there by Michaud. Allowed Blaisdell to get it. Sends it back in deep. Larkin paddled it around. Good pressure there from Weston Michaud. He's been great not only on the ice, but he's been great in the room for North Dakota as well. Time now to check in with Shereen, who had a chance to catch up with North Dakota Associate Head Coach Dane Jackson. Shereen.
Well, Ben, Dane told me that his North Dakota team has to do a better job against Miami's top line. Of course, all 3 Red Hawks goals coming from that line. He said North Dakota has to check harder, play good, solid defense the right way, and play honest. And finally, they've got to manage the puck better. Guys?
All right. And that's exactly what we just talked about.
Good chance there. Casey Johnson nearly buried in back-to-back games. What a stop by Larkin there.
That hit something and came right back out in front on the dump in.
Now North Dakota gave it away. 2-on-1 for Miami. And a stick save by Tomey there as Mose went far side, high block.
Mark that save, because if North Dakota makes some hay as this game keeps going on, that save's going to prove to be a big one. Momentum change as North Dakota grabs a great chance. Miami came right back and stuffed it at him. Tomey made a huge save.
Icing called here. We'll look back at that huge save you're referencing, partner, and that was a mighty big one.
Just a good play by Bernard Docker to get the puck in, and then you see as it's coming around the glass, it hits something up top, and Johnson, who had a great goal last Saturday night against Omaha, and almost had a second one as the puck had stopped on the goal line by Omaha, is right there, Johnny, on the spot, and here's a kid who provides a ton of spark in their lineup in a 4th-line role.
Certainly does. 98th career game he's played in, the product of good old Grand Forks, North Dakota, the hometown product.
Dad played hockey at North Dakota. Had an uncle played baseball there, and an aunt who played softball. He is entrenched.
He is. Good to see. He's always fun to talk with. Puck loose. Larkin might have got a piece that went into the corner. Nevertheless, Mose on the half wall. Backhands one for Hawkinson. Gets it around Bast. Ethan Frisch will go back and get it. Kawaguchi lays it back now for Gabe Bast. Floats one ahead. Colin Adams down there for North Dakota, but an icing call here with 16-17 remaining in the middle period of play. North Dakota, 10 NHL draft picks on their roster. That's the most in the NCHC.
I'll tell you what, it's the kid who's not playing tonight right there that I think is really going to make some hay as his career moves along in college hockey and he moves his way towards the National Hockey League. Really good World Junior Championship for Team USA, as we talked about. A big-bodied guy who could play throughout a lineup, and I think he shakes out as a really good middle six forward at the NHL level.
We will see him next Friday. We're in Duluth for our Friday night hockey here on CBS Sports Network. Adams has some room, gives it off Kawaguchi. Shot deflected away, though, and up into the protective netting by Bray Crowder. 6 seconds past the 4-minute mark here in the middle period.
Nice job by North Dakota as they come through the middle of the ice. And one of the things that they can do through their top couple lines, and remember, Pinto not in the lineup tonight, who we just referenced, but when they come into the offensive zone, they're really good at coming in through the middle, and then they can kick it out wide to either side. Adams has got mismatch, and Kawaguchi, when Pinto centers, he can have a guy like Michaud on one side, Weatherby on the other. That gives him a really good top six, and two centermen who are excellent in terms of their puck control and their ability to play in the middle lane of the ice.
See Kawaguchi there. 5 game-winning goals so far this season. Was the November National Player of the Month. And at least a point in 8 of 9 games. 5 multi-point games at 16 points in the month. It's a good season for a lot of guys. This one goes about 10 rows up on the bench side with 15:40 to go. And we've been talking about Shane Pinto, and the reason he's not playing tonight, because of this play. The NCHC suspended him after this cross-check you'll see coming up in front on Joey Abate right there.
Yeah, hard to argue that one.
It's really hard to argue it.
They didn't learn that playing in our organization.
Well, nevertheless, they'll have him back tomorrow in the lineup. He's on the trip with him.
By the way, great play by Karch Bachman to erase an icing.
Speed kills.
With good speed.
Docker, he's got some of that. Bernard Docker trying to work it up the wall. 2 Miami players there. Frederick throws a shot at it, hit a leg in front. And it's gathered by Adams, who quickly got rid of it on the right wing side to Kawaguchi. Jordan Kawaguchi out of Abbotsford, British Columbia. Puck came loose to Gordy Green. Said Dane Jackson came out and watched him. 16 years old in Hope, British Columbia, where they once filmed the movie Rambo. Sent up a visit, took the visit, and the rest is history.
That happens a lot with North Dakota.
It does. Tomey slows it up for Tyconic, one of 3 Ottawa draft picks. Pinto and Tyconic, and of course Bernard Docker. Dashke dashing back to get it, keeps it away from Adams.
One thing I'd be a little concerned with about Miami is North Dakota's had real good ability to throw their first pass out of the zone into the middle of the ice to create some offense. Penalty upcoming.
It's coming on Monty Graham. He knocked the stick, slashed the stick out of the hands of Weston Michaud. Tomey to the bench. Extra attacker on for North Dakota. It's Kawaguchi. 6 skaters on. Jasper Weatherby. San Jose draft pick in over the line. Knocked off his stick, and they're going to blow this play. As they say, it was enough to blow the whistle. There's the indication. So it's going to be a North Dakota opportunity coming up on the man advantage because of that right there. Monty Graham will sit for 2 or less. North Dakota looking for the equalizer when we come back.
The home conference of college hockey's last 4 national champions returns to Xcel Energy Center and the state of hockey. 4 NCHC teams will do battle at the 2020 NCHC Frozen Face-Off on March 20 and 21. Don't miss a moment of the action. All session ticket prices start at just $30 per session. Purchase your Frozen Face-Off tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey America, come in for a $20 feast. Come to TGI Fridays today for 2 apps, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts, all starting at only $20. Come together, come to gather. Come in now to feast.
Free, free, free.
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 That's right. TurboTax Free is free. Free, 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 free.
Little trip down memory lane. October 18, 2013, Austin Zarnik and Dylan Simpson, the ceremonial face-off. And Our good buddy Michael Park scored the first goal in NCHC history. Brendan O'Donnell added a pair of his own to give North Dakota a 3-0 lead. Miami made it 3-2. North Dakota added another one to win it that night, Dave. 4-2. That was the start of something great now. 6 full seasons in, 4 national championships for this conference.
And a couple of coaches that have gone on to coach in the NHL as well. Dave Hextall went on to be the head coach of the Philadelphia Flyers, now the assistant coach in Toronto.
Yep.
And Jim Montgomery to the Dallas Stars, where he was released earlier this year.
Yep. So here's North Dakota with a man advantage. 1 for 2. 2 shots in the opening period. Weston Michaud, the power play tally at 15:47, assisted by Kawaguchi and Kierstead. And North Dakota trying to even this thing up at 3 apiece as we're just past the 6-minute mark here in the second period. Bernard Docker, short range touch ahead for Weston Michaud. Gets it over the line, takes a look, put on the brakes, and it's turned over, and the Red Hawks able to get it down as Gordy Green sent it back down the ice. Tomey serves it up for Matt Kierstead. Gilling in on the forecheck. Kierstead with that speed gets away, gets some separation. He's taking another penalty coming. It'll be a 5-on-3 for 109, barring any other penalties for North Dakota here.
North Dakota got up with a little speed, and stick comes in, push happens. Kierstead goes down. Miami down 2 men. It was a good start for them. The one thing that Miami does really well when they are killing penalties is fronting up. They're not a team that will push you down. They don't press and seal on walls. They want the puck in front of them. They want to be in shot lanes, and they want to take pucks off shin guards, and they were doing a really nice job of it right there.
So a 5-on-3 here, as I mentioned, for 109, barring any other penalties. North Dakota trying to get this thing tied up. Adams on the shot by Bernard Docker, denied by Larkin. Kierstead now. Bernard Docker, watched by Senard. Colin Adams. One-timer coming. Kierstead missed the net. Bernard Docker on the backhand will keep it in at the left point now. 45 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Kawaguchi putting the wheels in motion, goes back up top with it. Here he comes off a stick, and North Dakota trying to keep it alive. They do. Bernard Docker settling things down now. Watched by Crowder on the goal line. Kawaguchi, Kierstead, back to Kawaguchi, back there, they score! Jordan and Kawaguchi, well executed play there, and this hockey game is tied at 3-3.
I thought Miami did everything they could to take away the center lane of the ice, not give North Dakota a really good grade A look. This is just 5-on-3. This is using the extra man to the advantage. Kawaguchi just got where he could get a pass across through the triangle. Miami did everything they could to take away the prime scoring areas, and when you're up 5-on-3 with that kind of skill, eventually you're going to find something. And Kawaguchi made a great play to bury the end of it. Good puck moving by North Dakota as they went from right to left, and Larkin is slow to get up.
He is.
After this last play, we've had a goaltending change by North Dakota already, and now we're taking a look at Ryan Larkin here.
Yeah. For Jordan Kawaguchi, his 3rd point of the hockey game. Assisted on both North Dakota goals in the opening period. Drew Ruckelshaus in his 8th season as the trainer out to check on Ryan Larkin.
And what Larkin's trying to do, I think, right here is show him what happened.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to push off, and you can see the discomfort that he's in as he goes to his push off. You get a chance to see the play. Once again, it was just a really good job by Miami to take away the prime scoring areas. There's the push off. There's the goal. And potentially the extension of the right leg as it went across, or it could have been as the left knee hit the ground going towards the post. It was a really wide push, and you're just seeing whether or not Larkin can make that push off and come across without pain to whatever side is bothering him. And it looks like he's good to go.
Yeah, appears to be staying in the game. Skate that out. This hockey game's tied at 3-3, and if you're North Dakota, guess what? You still got 1:13 on the Gordy Green minor. Chris Bergeron opened greens in there the whole time. North Dakota trying to get the lead in this hockey game.
North Dakota came into this game 5 for 21 in their last 6 games. Their power play has been good. And what did Brad Barry tell us about it? He said they didn't really want to reinvent what they had. They liked the way their power play was the last couple of years in terms of structure. They just weren't finishing.
Right.
Now they've got some finish, so the structure that they have put on the power play is really clicking in. Pinto is not in the lineup, has had a big factor on it. The power play is run by Carl Gehring, one of their former goalies.
Yep. Miami now got a penalty coming up here on North Dakota, so that's going to even things up and negate all that. It's a hooking call. So says Joe Sullivan, so that negates it. We'll go 4-on-4 here as Kierstead going to head to the sin bin to serve 2 or less.
Miami with some good work in front of their own net. There's Kierstead who gets the stick underneath. See, to me, it just looked like he got a stick underneath the stick of the player to lift the stick up to make a stick check. That must have been a different angle. Obviously, Sullivan saw it from a different angle than we did. I thought it was a good hockey play. But I always say they see it in real time at a much different angle than we get a chance to see it, especially with the benefit of replay.
Right. So 4-on-4 here. Advantage either team. How do you feel about it here?
I think with the speed and skill of the top players on both of these teams, this is a dead draw. It just depends on what personnel are out there. If each team puts their top 4 out there, watch out.
Well, the forwards for North Dakota, Colin Adams has it now, 18. Kawaguchi. You got Frisch out there and gliding and now putting on the brakes. Gabe Bass for Miami. Ben Lown 10 and 9, 67 up front. Here comes North Dakota. 2-on-1 chance, and Bass didn't get good wood on that.
13 and white. Dashke on a bad pinch.
Here's Neisen over the line. Clement trying to get it through Adams and couldn't. Now Frisch gloved it down, entered the game a plus 13. And icing called here with 11:32 to play in the period in a 3-3 hockey game. 7 seconds remain in the 4-on-4.
And Chris Bergeron, I wonder if he's talking about where the faceoff should be, or if he's talking to his team about how he wants it to get lined up. You talk about personnel, and Dashke moves out. Remember, Dashke, 13 and white, was a forward just before he went to junior hockey.
Yeah.
So it's almost like having 3 forwards and a D out there.
Yep. He can really bomb it. A big shot. Casey Gilling with a monster first period. The pass, though, outside the line. Green's a free man out of the sin bin. So a power play that now has 55 seconds left in it for Miami. Here's Bass now. North Dakota's penalty kill among the best in the country. Came into the game at 91.4%. That was 4th best in the nation. Dashke faked the shot, plays catch now with Gilling. Dashke back to Gilling. Gilling fired, trying to go high, block and missed it. Dashke kept it in left point. Short range touch for the captain, Gordy Green. Gilling now, bouncing puck, couldn't settle it. Smart play by Sendin just to get it down the ice, Dave.
You know, but you think of North Dakota in a big rough and tumble style and penalty minutes, they are way down at the bottom in terms of penalty minutes on the season. And there's only a couple teams that have had less penalty kills than they had. Notre Dame, St. Cloud, Quinnipiac, CC, and Michigan are the only teams in the country that have killed less penalties than them outside of the Ivy League teams, which start later and have played less games.
Good point. And Brad Barry pointed out to us the other day, chatting with him. You asked him about the power play and the penalty kills you always do with all the coaches. Their penalty kill last year was just 79%. Another reason why this team is sitting at 17-2-2 right now. Barry trying to dangle at the line, still got it. Good back check by Michaud. Taken away now. Weatherby got it, put it on the stick of Harrison Blaisdell. He'll gain the line, laid it back. Michaud wants to fire and does. Right into the Miami crest on the jersey of Ryan Larkin goes Weston Michaud. Inside of 10 to play in the second period. Matt Kierstead, the dish. Jordan Kawaguchi, the Barry. We're tied at 3 in Oxford.
There's no business like snow business. Fans are saying it's the coolest show you'll see all winter. The action is chilling with some of the greatest tracks of all time. Don't miss Amsoil Championship Snowcross, now on CBS Sports Network for a limited time.
It's a good time to be a doer. Now your phone not only knows what that thing is, but where that thing is. Lockers are no longer just for gym shoes. Tile work has moved beyond guesswork. And if you can't run to the store can run to you. Welcome to today's Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Being a rider is tough. Most of the time it feels like you're hanging on by a thread. But if you hang on long enough, it pays off. PBR on CBS Sports Network.
North Dakota and Miami all tied up at 3 here in the second. Bradbury joining me. How happy are you with the way you guys have settled the game down and come back here?
Well, a little bit happier, but wasn't happy with the start. You know, we gave up a little bit of grade A, and we didn't defend the right way. Now we're starting to get into the game here a little bit and simplifying our game and making it a little bit difficult on them. We got to make sure that we build shift after shift to try to keep that momentum.
Thanks, Coach. Ben?
Thank you, Shireen. Bradbury, 9-3-2 against Miami in his career.
And when he talks about defending the right way, they're transitioning back to defense better. They're taking away the middle lane a little bit better. They're better on the walls. They're not cheating out looking to fly. They think they have built some respect for Miami's speed, and therefore they have adjusted properly.
Jasper Weatherby, San Jose Shark draft pick, the team he grew up rooting for growing up in the great state of Oregon. Miami trying to get it out. Pesky thought he had it, got by him now. Numbers if they hurry. Crowder trying to join the rush. Good job by Pesky to hustle back, fill that middle lane. Back in behind the goal. North Dakota's got it now. Weatherby. Big body will get to the red and center in deep.
Well, Miami's defense are continuing to dive down, but part of their structure is their third forward coming back, and it worked for them on that last rush that came back as Pesky did a really nice roll down the wall, got caught, and Miami went the other way, but North Dakota even up the numbers. Here's the play down low. See, Taconic 17, he's surfing back. There's Pesky's pinch because he thought he had a chance to get the puck. Miami just did a better job at winning it. And now look at the numbers coming back. 3 Red Hawks, 4 Fighting Hawks as the puck came back. And that's good transition to defense. If you're going to send that forward on a dive down, or that defenseman on a dive down, you better make sure that you got a third forward high to cover him.
Yep, you're right. Face-offs 15-11, now 16-11 in favor of Miami. You saw from our eyebar. Tomey came in to start the second period, plays it back up the near side corner. Now Dixon Bowen trying to get going. Having a good season is Bowen. And it'll be frozen here by Ryan Larkin with 8.5 to play in the period.
Dixon Bowen has just been one of those players over the course of his career that's been steady. And the one thing, he can win faceoffs for you. He can play through your lineup if he has to. He's a smart player. He's got skill. He's got some veteran savvy to him. You think, like, he reminds me a lot of Brent Chiswick, who's now back with the team. He's doing his law degree in North Dakota. So he's been back with the team as a volunteer assistant. And Bowen has developed into a similar role to me that Chiswick played as a guy that can just play about anywhere he has to.
Game 1 against Miami in November. Had one shot and he made it worth his while. He scored. He was even. It was his 4th of the year back in early November. Here's Bachman in over the line for Miami. Laid it off for Gordy Green. He's always speedy. Bachman wanted to one-time that. Good stick by North Dakota to deny the opportunity.
Great read by Mismatch. He knew exactly where that was going. Turned, got long, and knocked it away.
Icing call here again. So back inside of the Red Hawk zone. They can't change with straight up 8 to play in the period. Entertaining hockey game. 3-2 it was after one day.
Now, Miami can't change. It's an icing. Bradbury gets a change. He immediately puts the heavy line back on against Miami's big line with Gilling centering. He likes this line against Miami's top line because of 2 or 3 shifts that he's seen them have where they have made this line defend and not play offensively.
Yeah, good point. Sendin drives a shot down low and gobbled up between the pads by Larkin.
And what does Chris Bergeron do as soon as he gets a whistle? He makes a change to get that line away from the heavy line of North Dakota. And once the official puts his arm up, North Dakota can't change at that point. So Bergeron waited, took a look. North Dakota wasn't going to change, and Miami got the matchup they're more comfortable with.
Bergeron, a 2-year captain here at Miami, helped them win their first CCHA title in 92 to 93. Had 61 of his 120 career points that season. The guy could play. Throws it here by Larkin. Hayne in front for North Dakota.
And you mentioned that, Bergeron was the kind of player. I coached against Bergeron in 2 different leagues. In the International League, he was in Cincy. I was a video coach in Atlanta, and then I was the associate head coach in Macon when he was in Columbus. 2 years, those 2 seasons, he ended my season both years.
You haven't forgot him yet, have you?
No. And he went on to win a championship in Columbus, and he was a big part of that team as a player. Feisty, chirpy, aggressive, in your face. Like, think Brad Marchand kind of player. I mean, he was just a fireball. Coaches take on, or teams take on the personality of their head coach. And this team is going to take on the personality of Bergeron as this thing keeps moving through.
9 seasons at Bowling Green, up by 75, about 2.5 hours from here. He won 171 games.
And you know what? He put players on that roster that scouts wanted as free agents. I mean,
certainly did.
Bowling Green was a scout's destination the last couple of years because of a couple of defensemen, a couple of forwards that he had there, and he got one of them signed.
Puck in front of the Miami bench now. Gathered in over the line. Monty Graham off the right foot there of Johnny Tyconic. Saw him lifting that right leg up to kind of trying to stretch it as much as he could. Gavin Hayne now. There's a rink-wide feed. It got by the defenseman. Here comes Cole Smith, and glove save! A flash of leather from Larkin there with 7:04 to go on the pride of Brainerd, Minnesota.
Oh, he just lights up that Brainerd, Baxter, Nisswa metropolitan area every time he's there. Great job with the stick lift. Now here he is. He's a left-handed shot coming down the right wing side. The puck will probably see the far side of the net more than it sees the short side of the net in terms of an opening. He tried to go across the body, and he put it into the stronghold part of Ryan Larkin's game, his glove.
Smith was looking to add to his career-high total. He's got 7 goals so far this season. Here is Barry, couldn't get through center. Now Weston Michaud left it off for Weatherby, trying to go back in front to Michaud. Picked up by Ben Loud. He's always got good wheels. In our time seeing the Red Hawks over the years. Bernard Docker, good job to backhand it up the wall and out of harm's way. Let him battle for it on the near side now. Getting free to Weatherby. Weatherby trying to work it ahead to Blaisdell, and Blaisdell, nice play to do so. Bernard Docker forgot the puck, now gathers it. Kiersted's got it now. Kiersted with a shot, might have been a seeing eye opportunity, but it didn't see the net, instead it saw the corner in the end.
If you're a North Dakota fan, you keep your eye on Bernard Docker through the second half. He just came off an incredible experience at the World Junior Tournament where he was terrific. Remember, it was 7 or 8 time zones away from Grand Forks. Sometimes those players come back and they're all jacked up and full of emotion when they first get back, and then it takes a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, for them to really get their footing back. They can go in a little bit of a lull before they crank it back up into February. So January, to me, is going to be a very challenging month for Bernard Docker. I've seen it for 12 years. Kids who played in that tournament.
Had the most ice time of any Canadian skater, did Bernard Docker. Averaged 19 minutes a game. Had a goal in the quarterfinals against Slovakia. Snap twig from Frederick there. Another $250 on the ice. Now a battle in the corner. Frederick goes to the bench.
He had a good tournament, and remember last year, another NCHC defenseman, Ian Mitchell, had an excellent tournament in Canada.
Here's Caulfield now, dressed as the extra forward tonight. Big number 28 out there. He'll get it back now. Slows the puck down and fired one in down. Stick save made by Larkin. Coming up on 5 to play in the second period in a 3-3 hockey game.
See what North Dakota just did in the neutral zone, 3 up, try to force that icing.
I did.
I think we have a penalty here.
Looks that way.
Might be Miami, too many men. Great. North Dakota, they get gutsy in the neutral zone. They have no, it was an icing.
It was, it was.
So my apologies.
You're good.
But North Dakota realized that Miami coming up the ice slow. All of a sudden, everybody put the brakes on, fronted up at the red line, forced Miami to dump it in for an icing. Now you get the 2 big lines on the ice together.
I like it. Colin Adams centering mismatch in Kawaguchi, and you got Gilling out there with Bachman, although Sladek taking a run on this line in place of Gordy Green. Kawaguchi in the corner. Even this game up 3 apiece. Bachman, Florida draft pick, the only draft pick on Miami's roster.
I'll tell you what, though, they got a couple of kids, free agent-wise, that are worth taking a look at.
Let me guess, number 1. Dashke?
I think a good hard look at him.
Yeah. Who else?
There's about, I'll say this, there's about 13 scouts that I've seen in the building tonight. Obviously, some guys are here watching their prospects.
Right.
But Miami will have a couple of kids you're going to be interested in. Gilling is a kid who you're going to want to take a look at. He's a big, long kid, strong.
Yep. Glove save there by Larkin.
We'll fill you in on some more as we move along.
I'm going to say we'll pick that up when we come back. Final 4:13 of the second. And a good hockey game here in Oxford between number 1 North Dakota and Miami. We're tied 3 apiece.
Our last slide there about co-signing agreements. I know we haven't actually made a that's lunch.
Relief by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
But you love turkey.
Thank you for calling Chewy.com. We're pet lover shop.
Hi, I'm trying a new food for my cat, but he doesn't seem to be into it.
I have a picky eater at home. We have great variety packs that'll help you find something he'll love.
Oh, great. And how can I return his old food?
You can just donate what's left to a local animal rescue.
Really? Wow.
Sounds like Buster needs a new toy.
Yeah. How'd you know? Do you speak dog?
We're here for you. Food, toys, treats, and answers are all just a click away. Get fast free shipping today at Chewy.
Cut to the Chase by Jersey Mike's.
Thank you, Jake. Have a great day.
Thank you. Be a sub above.
Well, Dave, North Dakota got back into this thing. The power play was a help in that area for them.
Watch 14 in green. The bumper slashes into a good area. And now watch him again as he keeps the play alive, extends it.
Yep.
North Dakota gets to go back to work. This is 5-on-3. Move the puck around. Move it back. And bingo, Jordan Kawaguchi's not going to miss from there.
No.
But Weatherby has been great on the power play, filling in for Shane Pinto in a similar role. Pinto likes to play net front as well. And North Dakota, a lot of their guys talked about the depth of their team and the next man up philosophy and how much it's worked this year. These guys are fighting to get in the lineup. Practices have been so hard at times. They're almost like games in terms of the compete level. The guys that are in the lineup are fighting to stay in it. Guys are pushing to get in it. And one of the reasons they're 17-2-2 is because of how hard they battle in practice.
Pesky back on it. He's always tough to battle against this Andrew Pesky. So's Cole Smith.
Now, when you're 17-2-2 in this conference, you're doing something right.
You're doing something. You're not kidding about it. Well, Jordan Kawaguchi's played 3 games against Miami this season. He's had 3 points in each of them. Off the pad of Tomey. That could have been dangerous as Hawkinson was right there.
Second time he has given up a rebound that absolutely should have been nowhere near the net.
Yep. Sending. Diagonal dump off the glass. Came out to Monty Graham. Graham sends it in deep. Tomey off the glass, down off the dasher, and the rail it comes. Graham back there, Frisch on him. Hawkinson wheels it around to Dashke. He'll sling it across for Clement. Clement's shot hit Frisch. Frisch now plays it up the wall. Hain there. Pestered there by Monty Graham doing his job for Miami.
Graham has been really good.
Yeah, he's been all over.
Yeah, he's been above pucks. He's been good with his stick. He has attacked puck carriers where he can, like you talked about attacking triggers. I just like the way he's read the game.
Here's Blaisdell, comes in, low shot, and Larkin will freeze it. With 2:47 to go, and we got a chance. Let's check in with Shireen.
Thanks, Ben. Well, one of the things Brad Berry is stressing is communication with the players. The coaches and the staff, when it comes to them, he says it's we, us, and our. There's no individual players or coaches. The coaching staff is constantly working to improve the communication with the players. Brad said he wants to let them know where they stand, to be transparent, invest in their game, and if they have questions, he wants to be able to answer them, but also the coaches want to be asking the players the questions. Guys?
Yeah.
I loved his point where he said sometimes you don't know what's bothering a player until you ask them about it.
Yeah.
A lot of players don't want to come to you, or sometimes they're intimidated to come to you and talk to you. And certain players bond differently with different coaches, and it's intimidating to go sit in the head coach's office and tell him you got a problem. So it's a nice job by the coaching staff to open up those lines of communication.
It really is. Here's Matt Kierstead now, coming up on 2 remaining here in this middle period. In a 3-3 tie. One of the magic numbers for North Dakota this year has been when they get to 4 goals. Bowen in front, knocked off the puck though. They're 12-0-1 when they hit 4 goals. Bowen trying to hit 4 goals. The puck, though, deflected free to Bachman now. Gordy Green trying to go back to Bachman. Bachman way inside the zone, down about 15 feet.
And what a back check by North Dakota. You want to talk about 5 in the frame. All 5 guys on that back check could have touched each other with how well they took away the middle of the ice and how quickly they got back. When you talk about defending the right way, like Dean Jackson did, there's your example. 5 in the frame, through the middle, fronting up.
That puck off the skate of Barry. He gets it back, and Sinnard now plays it across for Crowder. Casey Johnson, good stick out of him. In there on the forecheck, bringing that energy he brings. Johnson still with it. Casey Johnson, and just threw it toward the net, trying to bank it in any way he could. Smart play. It'll have a face-off coming up inside the Red Hawk zone with 75 seconds to go in the period.
Johnson is, as coach told us, you got to look at Ryan Larkin, but Johnson is one of those guys that Brad Barry said, just reliable, plays anywhere in the lineup, a real good depth guy. You know, he's one of those guys that makes a good team better because he's constantly pushing his way into different spots. He's holding down a spot on the 4th line, former defenseman who's now a forward, brings you a lot of grit and a lot of hard area play.
Didn't play last Friday, had the goal we mentioned earlier on 3 shots and was a +1 on Saturday.
Like I say, he missed that second goal as you saw in the game.
That save was unbelievable.
Missed it by about an inch.
By Seville from Omaha. Pesky strides back to get it now inside of 60 seconds to go now here in the middle period in a 3-3 tie. Shots are 20-12 in favor of North Dakota. Kawaguchi, 3-point night, got it free. Colin Adams calls for it, gets it. Adams up the wing, between the legs, the mismatch. Mismatch, couldn't pull the trigger. Now Kawaguchi centered it. Adams with a shot. And no whistle yet, and there it comes. And the referee right on the back of the net with 33 seconds to go, so a good push there from North Dakota's top line.
Great speed down the wall. Watch what happens here. Watch 5 in white get sucked a little bit towards the face-off dot, get his toes towards the dot instead of his toes up ice, and that allowed North Dakota to get to the inside with their speed and get a play to the front of the net. That got a lot more dangerous than maybe it should have, but great speed on the rush by the boys in green, creating some havoc here at the end.
So Chris Bergeron gets his top line out there for the final half minute. Green, Gilling, and Bachman, they were outstanding in the opening period, helping Miami get out to a 2-0 lead in the opening, not even 2 minutes of the hockey game. Bass at center. Be careful with that. Send it back in, and Larkin will serve it up now for Rourke Russell. Sounds like he had to be a movie star. What a name. Out at center now. Frisch just banked it ahead for Michaud. Michaud took a look up at the clock, gave it off to Weatherby, and that's going to do it as it's flipped up and out of play. As time expires, 21-12 are the shots. That was for Neil Peart, by the way.
Yes.
Not scripted. Coming up in the intermission, Shireen will have her ringside player interview. We'll have a look at Berge's Bistro. And Dave and I will have second period analysis, highlights, stats, and a whole lot more up here from our broadcast position. Opening night here for us on CBS Sports Network of the NCHC, year number 7. Good one here. Third period should be a lot of fun in a 3-3 hockey game between number 1 North Dakota and the Red Hawks of Miami.
Hey, America. Come in for a $20 feast. Come to TGI Fridays today for 2 apps, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts, all starting at only $20. Come together, come to gather. Come in now to feast.
I don't know why I love you, but I do.
Everything your trip needs for everyone you love. Expedia.
These folks, they don't have time to go to the post office. They have businesses to grow, customers to care for, lives to get home to. They use Stamps.com. Print discounted postage for any letter, any package, anytime, right from your computer. All the amazing services of the post office, only cheaper. Get our special TV offer, a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
Attention cancer victims who use the weed killer Roundup. A federal jury unanimously found that Monsanto's popular weed killer Roundup was a substantial factor in causing cancer. You may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you or someone you love used Roundup and were diagnosed with cancer, call the number on your screen now. Don't wait. There may be time deadlines to file a claim.
Call 800-853-5952. That's 800-853-5952.
Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, or learn online at Independence University, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition.
1-800-218-5213.
Two periods of play, I should say. Miami and North Dakota in a tight one tonight. Joining me now, Karch Bachman. And Karch, your top line responsible for all three Miami goals tonight. How have you been able to make that happen?
You know, it's just been one of those games. We talked about coming out hard early, and, you know, our line didn't get the start tonight, which was kind of intentional. We could take advantage of that first shift there and then just kept going. I love playing with those two guys, and I'm excited to see what we can get done here in the third.
North Dakota came back, now all tied up. What do you guys need to do as we get ready for the third period of play?
You know, the first thing we need to do is stay out of the box. North Dakota has a good power play right now, and if we can limit those minutes in the box, that'll be great for us. And then hopefully, if we can draw a couple here and hopefully get on the power play ourselves. So it's going to be a special teams game.
Thanks so much. Appreciate your time, Karch Bachman. The Miami Redhawks. Coming up, we'll take a look at a longtime tradition here in Oxford, one that has a new name, though. Find out what it is next when we continue from Oxford.
DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza now has even more cheese. If it were any cheesier, it would sing to you from the oven. You don't get that from delivery. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Do you love Reese's? Do you love Reese's Pieces?
Well, have we got a deal for you? We're making Reese's with Pieces. Sort of like a buy one, get one free inside the thing you just got. Not sorry, Reese's.
I don't know why I love you, but I do. I don't know why I cry so, but I do. I don't know why I love you, but I do.
Everything your trip needs for everyone you love. Expedia.
We made USAA insurance for busy veterans like Kate. So when her car got hit, she didn't waste any time. She filed the claim on her USAA app and said, that was easy. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. It's the year-end sale at Mattress Firm. Hurry in to save up to $400 in America's best-selling brands. Plus, for a limited time, take home a free adjustable base when you spend just $4.99. Hurry in, your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
Acura in 2 words.
Beat that.
Beat that.
I'm on it. Me too. Beat that.
Well, that about sums it up.
The number one team in the nation in a tight game tonight with the Miami Redhawks. 3-3 our score as we get ready for an exciting third period of play. Well, for more than a decade and a half, Miami has had a tradition here in Oxford that has been a favorite of the Blue Line Club members. And this year they carried on the tradition, but with a new member. This event, now called Berge's Bistro, it's a delicious meal prepared by the players, served by the players, and even cleaned up by the players. A new head coach, so the new name, and it took place just over a week ago. It really gave Chris Bergeron a chance to reconnect with Miami's fans as he's back here now as head coach, all while raising money to benefit the Miami hockey program. A good time had by all. A good time with Ben Holden and Dave Starman. They're coming up. They'll be back around the break, so stay with us as we continue the NCHC on CBS Sports Network.
Home Depot is changing the way doing gets done. Now, the Days of Doing Bath event starts on your phone, and a trip to the store helps you find exactly what you didn't know you were looking for. Now everything you need to get the job done is right at your doorstep. It's a good time to be a doer. Welcome to today's Home Depot. For a limited time, save up to 40% on vanities at the Days of Doing Bath event. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
When the threat from fire and water damage is at its biggest, hand the cleanup over to the team that stays with you until even the smallest detail is taken care of. From ready to restore to rebuild. 1-800-SERVPRO, the #1 choice in commercial cleanup and restoration.
I think the puppy likes pizza. Puppies don't eat pizza.
Thank you for calling Chewy.com or Pet Lover Shop.
Hi, I'm looking for some advice on what to feed our new puppy.
Aw, let's find him something he'll love.
Mom, the puppy peed.
And he seems to think my house is his bathroom.
We carry some great potty pads that I can add to your cart.
Perfect. Would you be able to help us set up his crate?
Of course. Let's walk through it together.
You're a lifesaver.
We're here for you. Food, toys, treats, and answers are all just a click away. Save 30% on your first order today at Chewy.
Work. There's all kinds. There's the work we do in the morning. The work we do in the dead of night. Problem-solving, world-changing, mind-bending hard work. It's what drives us. To lead the way, unwilling to quit. Because the work we do, it's bigger than us. It's work worth doing.
3-3 hockey game after 40 minutes here in Oxford, Ohio. #1 North Dakota was down 2-0 in the opening 2 minutes. Came back. Got one there from Kawaguchi in the second, Dave, to tie things up. Your thoughts on this one through 40?
Well, Dane Jackson talked to Shreen at the end of the first period about they need to defend right. Now, North Dakota's a team that loves to go offensive. They love to play north and go quick and layer their attacks. But sometimes you wind up playing against a team that wants to get you in transition. I think Miami had their hearts set on that, trying to get North Dakota to push down low and then take them the other way, and they did early on. North Dakota, I thought, made a really good adjustment to that, keeping their third forward a little higher at times, and all of a sudden, when Miami tried to get speed through the neutral zone, they were facing a lot more green than they did in period number 1. To me, that was the big difference in period number 2.
Very good. Let's take a look back at the moving pictures, our full scoring summary. The moving pictures in this one, and Miami wasted little time. They got 2 goals, 26 seconds apart, Dave, to get out to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, they did a really good job going to hard areas and then get a power play goal from North Dakota, 2-1, and it just went fast and furious. And period number 1, some really good high-skill goals, which is what you really like to see. Kawaguchi here, 3-2 makes it 3-3 on a 5-on-3, and North Dakota was back in business.
So the power plays for North Dakota, 2 for 4. As you see anything else grabbing your eyes there?
The face-offs are about even. You know, one thing that Miami is trying to do is establish itself better on the dot. North Dakota's always been a pretty good face-off team, and you know, for Miami, I think it's one of those things where if you want to play a possession game, then face-offs become important. 12 shots on goal, you win more draws, you start with the puck more in the offensive zone, that shot total should go up.
Again, the shot total, 21-12 in favor of North Dakota. To you, Neil Peart, our friend, thinking of you. Back with more in the third, which should be great here from Oxford, Ohio, in a 3-3 hockey game here on CBS Sports Network.
Hey, America, come in for a $20 feast. Come to TGI Fridays today for 2 apps, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts, all starting at only $20. Come together, come together. Come in now to feast.
Free. F-R-E-E. Free.
Free. That's right. TurboTax Free is free. Free.
At touchofmodern.com, you'll find products that defy expectations for those who seek the extraordinary. Tents brave the Arctic. Coffee tables chill drinks. Rowers are powered by water. And that's just the beginning. Go to touchofmodern.com and venture through a curated collection of the highest quality in fashion, tech, and home, with new items added every day. touchofmodern.com. Lead the pack. Be the first to discover all the novel and noteworthy products the world has to offer.
These folks, they don't have time to go to the post office. They have businesses to grow, customers to care for, lives to get home to. They use Stamps.com. Print discounted postage for any letter, any package, anytime, right from your computer. All the amazing services of the post office, only cheaper. Get our special TV offer, a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and never go to the post office again.
Triple standing start, 2 classes, 1 trophy. The Challenge Cup is notorious for the pandemonium that unfolds on the track annually. The drivers trade in point strategies for one unified goal: be first to the checkers. And with the addition of the Pro 2M trucks, it's bound to be an even wilder ride. Tune in to see who can score their name on the 2019 Challenge Cup here at the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. Sunday on CBS Sports Network.
Coming up next, when we're done, some of the top high school teams in the country battle it out to see who is headed to the finals. It's the Bass Pro Shops Tournament of Champions semifinals right here on CBS Sports Network. Dave, our first time doing this season. Out-of-town scoreboard, Western Michigan in Kalamazoo on top of Colorado College, 3-1. What do you got there? Still waiting for it to load?
3-2 right now.
Good,
Chris Wilkie has scored twice in the second period after Frank, Allison, and McGing scored for Western. So they had a 3-0 lead and 2 goals by Wilkie. Nick Halloran's got a pair of assists, and that game is 3-2 midway through the second period.
Very good. And Denver taking on Omaha, who got the split with North Dakota last week, and St. Cloud and Minnesota Duluth going at it tonight in St. Cloud. 2016 North Dakota, they started the run of national championships for the NCHC. The Drake Kajula and company, a 5-1 win over Quinnipiac, ending a drought for North Dakota. Some thought, when are they going to win again? And they won one for their 8th all-time national championship.
Rand Pecknell, the coach of Quinnipiac, who's a friend of mine, said to me shortly after that game, he goes, that CBS line with Kajula, Schmaltz, Besser, he goes, I've never seen anything like that.
They were fun.
And when you talk about that North Dakota team, I think there's at least 11 or 12 guys from that team that have played in the NHL. I mean, you want to talk about a development path to the NHL.
Yep.
College hockey is a pretty good one. The North Dakota's program's been a good one. That was a really good team. And Brad Berry drew a nice comparison between that team and this team. He said, you think about the CBS line, we talk about the line of Mishmash, Adams, Kawaguchi, all juniors, upperclassmen, good leadership. He goes, another similarity. It was a veteran defense corps that had grown together. And this year, it's the same thing. He goes, remember, we had Pullman or Shaw and Willanen platooning as the 7th.
Yep.
But for the most part, that was a really experienced defense corps, 4 of whom have played in the NHL.
And the other thing we should mention, he told us, he said, we had a sophomore goalie. 8 Mile was a sophomore goalie then. Just saying.
Cam Johnson had a great season, and Adam Scheel had a tough night tonight, but he's had a really good season too. So there are definitely some similarities. Now you look over to the other side, to the Miami side, and the rebuilding effort, and Chris Bergeron coming in here, and I thought he said something really interesting earlier this week. He said, when I left here as the assistant coach to become the head coach at Bowling Green, no program believed in itself more than we did. And I didn't see that when I came back, and it was just one of the challenges that he found was just to get that vibe of what makes hockey cool in Oxford, and get this team believing that it could be the program that it had been for so many years. And the reason it was a program that was so good for so many years was their former head coach, Enrico Blasi. And Anatoly Tarasov, the great Soviet coach, once said, when somebody plants a tree years ago, people sit in the shade today. And I think that holds true for what guys like Wozdecki and Blasi did for this Miami program.
All right, speaking of Chris Bergeron, standing by now with Shireen. Shireen.
Thanks, Ben. Well, Coach, you guys had a quick start to the game. Now you head into the third period all tied up. What was the message to your players in the dressing room?
We have to stop turning pucks over. It's just that simple. We've got to turn them around, make them go 200 feet. We think we can cause some turnovers and play in the offensive zone, but we have to stop turning pucks over in the neutral zone.
Your top line tonight has been phenomenal. What makes them so good?
Their chemistry, they're all veteran guys, upperclassmen, and all three of them are pretty good players.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Ben?
Thank you, Shireen. Appreciate it. We appreciate Chris Bergeron making a stop there to talk with Shireen. Dave Starman, Ben Olden. Shireen Satsky, third's underway here, Dave, in our opener 3-3 hockey game.
I'll give you a second to think about this. If I asked you, who do you think had the most shots on goal in this game so far, who would you say? I mean, just based on like how you've watched the game, right? The guys who dominated, guys who had points.
Which team?
Either. I mean, you throw Kawaguchi in there, right? You throw Gilling in there. I mean, these guys have
I would
good
throw
tonight.
Gilling in there, certainly.
Yeah, Judd Caulfield with 4.
I didn't Google it. I didn't look at the stat sheet.
And Weston Michaud with 3. And he's been good tonight.
He would have been my next guess for North Dakota. Here comes Adams. North Dakota's won its last 5 games on the road. 17-2-2. Miami trying to pull off the upset. Omaha did it in Grand Forks last Friday in a 6-3 win. And it was not a good start for North Dakota. Down 2-0 in the first couple of minutes of the hockey game. 2 goals, 26 seconds apart. Scored by Gilling and Green. And a delayed call here. Slash is going to be the call on North Dakota. 49 seconds into the period, and Cole Smith pleading his case to no avail as he'll make his way to the sin bin down below us.
And when you're from the land of Paul Bunyan, it's hard to argue against lumberjacking, right?
Yes, it is.
He will sit. Miami will get a chance to get on the power play. Take a look at it.
See what we got.
Here he comes. Tap on the hands. And the call gets made.
Yeah. So a slash on Smith. North Dakota on the PK, 91.4. Power play for Miami, 21.7 entering the game, Dave.
Huge first win for North Dakota. When you're talking about having good penalty killing, your goalie's got to be good. First wins on the faceoff to kill that first 20 seconds is great, and that doesn't hurt either when you get a good stand-up at the line.
Yeah.
You've already got a quarter of this penalty killed already, and Miami hasn't been in the zone yet.
Here comes Gilling trying to get it into the zone. They're offsides, though, as Slatic with a speed on the right wing got ahead of it. 30 seconds into it. Casey Gilling, 6th goal of the season in the opening period. His 7th goal of the season later in the opening period. That second one was a thing of beauty, a snipe up top.
One of the guys that can do some damage for you when you're Miami is 28 and Wyatt Pletzky, who's got a ton of speed, really good shot, love to shoot the puck. Here's a guy that could be a future difference maker for him, has already made his presence known 5-on-5 and on the power play.
There's a committed Bowling Green. Got the opportunity to come here with Chris Bergeron and Barry Schutte and company that were on the staff here with the Red Hawks. Said it wasn't even a thought. Wanted to play for Bergeron. Intended to play for him at Bowling Green. Instead, he's playing for him now here about 2.5 hours south in the great state of Ohio.
And Barry Schutte gave a lot of credit to Ty Eigner, who is the assistant coach at Bowling Green, now the head, in terms of how that whole situation was handled. Ty not holding him back.
Yep. Pletzky trying to get a handle on it. Can't. Good kill so far from North Dakota. They are 4th in the country at 91.4%. In the NCHC, they came in 91.9. 34 of 37 entering the game in NCHC play. Here's Daschke. Really haven't called his name a whole lot tonight, Dave. He's a guy that can really let it fly. Maybe they get it set up for him here. He's at the line, right point, got by Gilling. Good hustle on a Dixon Bowen to chip it away. Now Michaud streaks in with Bachman. Weston Michaud. Michaud over to Hain. Gavin Hain blockered away there by Larkin.
Great veteran play by Michaud to curl, find some late support, kill a few more seconds off the power play instead of trying to dart into a hard area with no support.
Cole Smith, a free man. He's out of the box, back to 5-on-5 as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the third in a 3-3 game. Nice pass ahead for mismatch. Nashville draft pick lays it back. Adams called for it, ripped a shot. He had a good look too, and missed it. Bernard Docker now And that one wide of the target, but Larkin made no mistake, gloved it anyway with 16:49 to play in period 3.
You talked about Dashke a moment ago.
Yeah.
His impact on the program. When you think about some of the real good offensive defensemen, the big defensemen that have come through this program, Grant Hutton's name will certainly jump at you now with Bridgeport signed as a free agent with the Islanders. And if Dashke could drift the way that Hutton did, boy, will Miami benefit from having him in the lineup for 4 years.
Yeah. Chris Weidman comes to mind.
Yeah, another good one. Weidman was a smaller, skilled guy, whereas I think of Hutton with the big frame.
Yes, big shot.
You think of Schilling, you think of Weber.
Yep.
All big body defensemen that can provide a little offense for you.
Miami's got a ton of size on that back end. 6'6", 6'7". You got Crowder and Senard out there now. Racing after it, Adams trying to pick the pocket of Senard. Senard's pass out the center, now Christian Mose floats one into the corner. Bierstedt first back for North Dakota. Came free now, Kyle Adams on the half wall. 3-on-2 chance if they hurry, getting back though. And now here's the shot, and it's mismatched with a shot. Getting a piece was Larkin. Laid out the center to Hawkinson. Line change for the Red Hawks. He dumps it in.
This kid Adams passes the puck a whole lot like Pat Cannone used to.
Yeah. There's the first one.
Oh, that wasn't even intentional. That was just a point of fact.
No, it was.
Oh, I'll say, listen, I can force a Cannone reference in anywhere, but that really wasn't a force. That was just, they really similar players.
Going to the net was Casey Johnson. I knew what you meant. Getting a piece. Johnson now forced out by the line. Backhands went back off the dasher there. Funny bounce played by Rourke Russell.
So, we got the Weidman thing in. We got the Cannone thing in. We can check the boxes on Miami, and we're good.
I got to give a shout out to my guy, Justin Mercier, and then we're done. Caulfield now, 4 shots as Dave mentioned. Out to number 4. Pesky to Tyconic. Kept the line by Caulfield, throws it in. Weatherby trying to play it with his body.
That's why a guy like Caulfield's got 4 shots in a game. He rolls up the wall, knowing his defenseman had no room whatsoever to make a play. He gets up all the way to the blue line on the wall and gives the defenseman at center point a really easy option to move the puck towards the wall to get themselves out of trouble. Really smart, simple play that extends offense and keeps pucks from going north on you.
Inside of the 5-minute mark here in the third period. 3-3 game. And stick there by Green. Deflected it away. Bachman, though, too much on the pass in front of Gordy Green as Michaud got it, sent it right back in. Blaisdell down the wall. Funny bounce off his stick. Freedom of shot. Good quick shot. Blaisdell trying to find it. And he'll fire one off the pad there from a bad angle. We've seen our share of bad angle goals in this conference, Dave. I think we've seen a couple every year from that kind of angle.
You just want to get me started on the RHV, don't you?
No, but feel free. We got a penalty, though, coming up here, and Kierstead going in. Looks like an interference call going to be called on his squad, so Bradbury's penalty kill going to be put to the test again.
That's pass interference.
It looked like it. 3-3, 14-20 to go into the third power play, Miami, and we get you back.
The reinvented Tempur-Breeze by Tempur-Pedic is at Mattress Firm. Experience the next level cooling and maximum pressure relief of these luxury beds. Plus, get $300 in bonus cash towards your choice of sleep accessories. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza now has even more cheese. If it were any cheesier, it would sing to you from the oven. You don't get that from delivery. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
We made USAA insurance for busy veterans like Kate. So when her car got hit, she didn't waste any time. She filed the claim on her USAA app and said, that was easy. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
KFC Famous Bowls are only $3, a whole pound of tasty food. But how? It's a famous pour of this, and some famous bits of that, and my famous chicken on top of all that stuff, and more gravy. KFC Famous Bowls, a whole pound of delicious food for only $3.
Coming up next Friday night, 8:30 Eastern, college hockey continues right here on CBS Sports Network. Top-ranked North Dakota will take on number 8, two-time defending national champion Minnesota Duluth up from Amsoil Arena. Right here on CBS Sports Network. Standings, Dave, entering play tonight.
Nothing like getting the heavyweights on your air next week.
That's right.
Denver with a really good season as they continue to build.
So power play chance here for the Red Hawks to try to take the lead here Gordy Green, cross-ice feed, touched quickly back by Gilling to Dashke. Gilling now. Weatherby on him, got it up to Dashke. Green wants it, rim of the circle. Cross-ice pass, Gilling, blocked by Bass. Good work by Gabe Bass, tough, gritty competitor he is. Now Dashke down to Green, good play by Pesky. Another chance for Green, hit a body. Dashke now plays it for Gilling. Sladek's out there as well. Bachman plays it up now near side wall to Green. Back to Bachman. Pesky challenging him. Took a pretty good whack at him there and got it free. Andrew Pesky. That's being pesky in a good way for North Dakota.
Love the way Andrew Pesky plays the game. Great compete, good stick, attack methodology. He was a real offensive-minded guy in junior who's become a good two-way player in the NCAA. A lot of Gage Osmus in his game.
Yeah. Just a second Miami power play of the hockey game. You mentioned it earlier, North Dakota does not take many penalties. Here's Phil Nyes. Haven't called his name a whole lot tonight. Speedster at the line. Clement sends it across for Rourke Russell. Klensky up to the line to Russell. Russell for Clement. 35 seconds remaining in this Miami power play chance. Clement. Barry almost lost it. Russell, that shot well wide, almost took the head of Nyes off.
Miami just can't get the puck set up towards center point.
No.
Where they can make some things happen in terms of moving the puck to either flank.
Bernard Docker's got it, and he'll fling one down. Dozen seconds remaining now in this power play for Miami. One last rush if they hurry. Russell. Open space over there. Barry couldn't get to it. He's trying to get off the ice. Miscommunication there, and North Dakota does the job on the PK once again. It remains a 3-3 game.
But North Dakota's got to be thriving on how well their penalty kills, or how good their penalty kill has been in this game, and that was a complete shutdown.
Really was. Mismatch hit hard by Senard. North Dakota. Adams. Reflected up high into the air. Bouncing puck. Mismatch will get it. Sends it right back in deep. Kawaguchi hit, knocked off the puck. Senard plays it back behind the goal. Now Crowder ahead. Directed in by Hawkinson, or was it? It wasn't. It's an icing call with 11:42 to go. It'll come back in the Red Hawks zone. So I mentioned earlier, they came in fourth in the country at 91.4. Minnesota State 93.3. Clarkson and Bemidji in front of North Dakota.
And again, worth mentioning, they were shorthanded 70 times coming into tonight's game. That was tied with Minnesota and Wisconsin. Only Notre Dame, St. Cloud, Quinnipiac, Colorado College, and Michigan have been shorthanded less.
Smart hockey. Adams fired one wide of the target. Mismatch on the near side half wall. Taken down by Mose. Puck is loose. It'll be handled by Kierstead. Kierstead off the left skate. A Grant mismatch. Takes a look. Fires. And a save made by Larkin. We got an injured player. It's Christian Mose there, just trying to get up, Dave.
Big collision on the strong side wall, and you can see Mose in a little bit of discomfort. Here's the play. And it looks like Mose's legs got turned underneath him. Mishmash might have helped out a little bit as he fell down on him.
Yeah.
And having a tough time putting a lot of weight on, but making his way to the bench for the most part by himself.
Product of Andover, Minnesota. 12th game of the season. 3 points coming in. 47th in his career. They're going to take him back and take a look at him. Nearing the midway point here in this third period in a 3-3 hockey game. And they're now taking a look at this. There are the officials. Two referees, Sterling Egan and Joe Sullivan. Sullivan's on the headset. They're taking a look at this.
Well, we always think about with hitting from behind, you think about whether or not the player delivering the hit could have pulled up. You think about whether or not the player delivering the hit saw numbers. Was he reckless?
So Sullivan continues on the headset. Here's another look.
I mean, the hit is cleanly side to side.
Yeah.
as each player goes down.
Yeah, looked like it to me too. Mismatch dealt with an injury last year on a play really in the same area of the rink when he was hit by Jimmy Schultz. Took him out for quite some time for North Dakota. Let's take another look from a different angle. Watch for the elbow here, we're told. Let's see what we can see.
20 and white as Mose comes in. There was a follow through. It was hard to see on the other angle.
Yeah. So everyone waiting, wondering. Two coaches, Chris Bergeron, first year here at Miami, 10th season overall, spent 9 at Bowling Green. Brad Berry, number 5 for him at North Dakota.
You know, it's interesting, we talked to Chris Bergeron earlier in the week. He talked about recruiting, and he said, we're the kind of program that we can get those younger kids, or we can go out and get some of those late bloomers, and we'll take a look at what's going on here. It doesn't look like there's anything that's going to be supplemental.
Doesn't appear to be that way.
Wait. So we will skate 5-on-5. Yep. Bergeron was talking about the recruiting part of it. He said the run that they had when he was here the first time, they had some kids, some of those high-end kids, where we had great vets who stayed, whether it be Canoni, Camper, Vive, Mealy, because that's why we were successful. You had some good high-end youngsters, which had some really good upper-class veterans.
Ryan Jones.
I mean, that's
another one. Yeah.
So Miami's runs have been predicated on some pretty good players who stayed 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
And I think that's what they're looking to get back to.
Yep. Two teams played in November. North Dakota won 7-1 game 1. They won 5-4 in game 2. This one deadlocked at 3-3. Clement up the wall. Frisch waiting for it to Bast. Larkin left it. Clement rolls it up the near side. Bast pinching down into the corner. Blaisdell will come to the point trying to keep it in, and I believe he did. He did. In the feet of he and Clement. Gilling finally digs it out of there. Came free to Gordy Green now.
Another matchup of North Dakota's heavy line and
look out.
The big line for Miami.
Senden stole the puck, did the work. Green trying to get away from him. He's sick and tired of it. Now Bachman going to put it into overdrive, pun intended. He can fly in front. Good stick there. North Dakota coming back. Senard kept it in at the line. Bachman, a shot, didn't get through. Blocked by Gavin Hain. Nearing the midway point here in the third.
And you can see the respect for Bachman's speed as he went wide, because normally the defensemen want to play inside the dots.
Yeah.
But Fritsch knew he had to get outside quick, or else Bachman's going to blow right by him.
He can absolutely wheel. Weston Michaud, smart play in the backhand there. Got it to Weatherby. Jasper Weatherby through center. Gains the line. Backhands one to the paint. Miami player took out Larkin. That was Lown. Lown saved one. He got a piece of it. North Dakota turning up the heat here. Weston Michaud trying to get a handle on it. Can't. Blaisdell with a chance. And it goes back behind the goal. Great work out of this line for North Dakota. And it came free. Hit Michaud's stick and then bounced off his to Senard, who's got it. And gets it inside the zone. Not very deep. Bernard Docker comes away with it. Michaud still with it. And those guys trying to get off, but really can't. Good hard work and shift out of those guys, Dave.
I like the fact that North Dakota had a lineup that wasn't that big against the two real big defensemen for Miami, because they were able to get underneath them and play under their hands.
Here's Caulfield, left it, Bowen, a shot, good, saving the blocker there by Larkin. You see Johnson in the corner, watched by Rourke Russell. Gonna dig a ditch there, knock it free, did. Miami trying to get to it. Caulfield in there trying to use his size and reach. Came free down near side to Plensky. Into the middle for Graham. Got to the red, dumped it in high and hard off the glass. Sladek couldn't get it around Pesky, who's had a strong game defensively. Made a couple of nice plays. Caulfield played it ahead for Casey Johnson. Knocked down there by Derek Dashke with a stick. Like a bunt. Pesky trying to find a good battle with Dashke. Casey Johnson. Everything tightening up now with a little more than 8 to play here in the third. Free to Gilling. One-on-one with Tyconic. North Dakota gets some help back there. Across for Gordy Green. Green now on the backhand turns and sends it up off the dasher. Gilling's on it. Pair of goals for him tonight. His former line mate and good friend Colin Adams on him there. Tyconic trying to get it free. Bachman in there as well. Tyconic got it out of there to Mismash. Mismash off the skate of Adams.
Puck management, puck management, puck management. You play to the score and you play to the time on the board, and don't shrink the rink for your opponent. That's an easier play where if you just chip it 5 feet up the wall, create a race and go get it, you're looking at a chance to gain the offensive zone on the rush. Instead, it became a neutral zone turnover right by your own blue line.
Coming up on 7 minutes remaining. Shots are,
again, same deal.
Yeah, 29-12 in favor of North Dakota. Miami gets it out of harm's way. Kierstead kept it away from Green. Back into the Red Hawk zone it goes. Clement played it up the far side wall to Russell. Lown trying to get it by Kierstead. Now Phil Nyes steps on the gas. Good play coming back by Sendin. Squeezed him off on the half wall. Bernard Docker now.
It's amazing how well North Dakota defends moving forward.
Yeah,
and I'll explain that when we get back.
Yep. Breaking the action with 6:39 remaining here in the third. Still tied up at 3 apiece here from Oxford, Ohio, between the Red Hawks and North Dakota. We'll be back after this short timeout here on CBS Sports Network.
San Diego State is unstoppable. It's the 7th-ranked Aztecs taking on Nevada. Tomorrow on CBS Sports Network.
Hey, America. Come in for a $20 feast. Come to TGI Fridays today for 2 apps, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts, all starting at only $20. Come together, come to gather. Come in now to feast.
People take amazing photos of things every day, like grapefruits. And because we're so good at taking photos, we're also really good at doing taxes. People can be good at anything, even taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
Be in. Be in the paint. Be in the zone. Be in the huddle. Be in the upsets, buzzer beaters, and nail biters. Be inside the game. Watch Inside College Basketball after the game on CBS Sports Network.
Little jump around going here late in the third period. 3-3 hockey game. Face-off coming up inside of the Miami zone to the left of Ryan Larkin.
Sendin's been a guy that's been really good on draws for him.
Yeah.
Weatherby's been solid.
Weatherby will take this one. He's between Blaisdell and Michon. Blaisdell slings it for Tyconic. Steered away by Larkin.
They had Tyconic set up. It was a clean draw back. It was back, up, and over.
Icing called again back into the Miami zone.
So I talked a minute ago about how well North Dakota defends moving forward as Tyconic has a little what for on the side. And what I mean by that is North Dakota's defensemen are so good in open ice and picking up their checks early, and instead of turning and fronting their men to open up the zone and allow Miami to use speed to push forward, they will skate forward towards their guy, lock on early, and try to kill plays in a neutral zone. And it's something they do really well, and it's like what we describe it as just being the modern defenseman. So much of this game with these young defensemen is learning how to angle properly, forward angle, forward gap, or as like we like to call it, surfing.
Heskey's low shot off the skate there of Grant Frederick. Red Hawks get it ahead. Job to knock it away there from Monty Graham. Here comes Colin Adams with speed on the backhand. Larkin made the stop. North Dakota to Pesky. Kawaguchi, 3-point night out of him. 9 points so far in 3 games against Miami this season.
Monty Graham's probably not going to get a star of the game, but if you're looking at the game within the game, he's been as good as anybody.
Dug free by Gordy Green. Green, senior captain. Bachman knocked it down. Back to Green. Now Gilling. lost Frisch there, made him break an ankle. Green with a chance in front, couldn't get good wood on it. Now Kawaguchi will use the near side wall to get it in deep. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Gavin Hayne on the backhand, had it, lost it. And Green will get it out. Took a shot there from Sendin. Bernard Docker's got it for Bast. To the red, he'll hammer it in. Clement, back of his net. Daschke, right wing, he plays for Lown. His pass onto the tape of Barry. He'll flip it in and go around Bernard Docker. Bierstedt back there covering him. Fired up the near side. Kept alive at the point by Russell. Russell. Free to Ben Lown. Back up top, Clement now for Russell. Russell knocked away there by Tomey, who came in, just joining us, came in to start the second period. Lown wanted to fire, just wasn't in his wheelhouse. Now North Dakota's got it. Gavin Hayne strides it in over the line. Hayne in front, score! Cole Smith between the pads of Larkin. And Smith gives North Dakota the lead with 4:08 to go in regulation.
What a kick in the shorts for Miami. They had a great shift. They had North Dakota in the zone for 40 seconds, and all of a sudden, Hayne comes in. Great play by Smith to get inside the defenseman. Hayne just waits, puts the puck to the middle, and with his stick down, Smith goes to the front of the net as he outraces Lone to the front of the net. What a shift by Miami. They had everything going on. They didn't get a great chance.
Yeah.
But they pinned North Dakota in for a good 40 seconds, made him defend. And then Hayne and Smith, two of the vets, manufacture a goal.
Career high 8th of the campaign for Cole Smith from the young man the North Dakota players called Dale. And they call him Dale because he looks like Dale Dobeck from the movie Step Brothers. Great play by those two. Casey Johnson throws one through the crease. 3.5 to go now in regulation. North Dakota on top by 1. This season, when they've scored 4 or more, they are 12-0-1. 31-14 are the shots here in this hockey game. Daschke shoveled it along. Gordy Green couldn't get a handle. Daschke, penalty coming up. Daschke tripped up, so say the officials. So Miami, with 3:08 left in regulation, going to the power play, Dave. Here's the goal.
I love what Smith did here. He went to the front of the net. He put a stick down. Hayne laid it out for him, and the veteran from Brainerd didn't miss.
Finishing the rush.
Hurry.
Come on. Thanks, Dad.
All right. Yeah, Quality time by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
It's the year-end sale at Mattress Firm. Hurry in to save up to $400 in America's best-selling brands. Plus, for a limited time, take home a free adjustable base when you spend just $4.99. Hurry in, your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza now has even more cheese. If it were any cheesier, it would sing to you from the oven. You don't get that from delivery. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Now with more cheese.
Yeah, let's go. Connection by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
All right, Dave, up on the marquee, our Geico difference makers, and for North Dakota, Jordan Kawaguchi.
Who's been all over the place tonight. He's managed the puck well. He's put puck to the front of the net. Distributed, played well on his own end. Making a name for himself in that Hobie Baker race. And Casey Gilling, I think, has been terrific, especially early on in this game. You can see the speed, you can see the determination that he has, and a player who has really started to grow into his role with the Miami Redhawks.
And Jasper Weatherby in the sin bin. He hopes for 2. Called him for a trip. Here it is, Dave.
Offensive zone penalty are the ones that drive coaches crazy. Stick penalty into the skates of Dashke. And the Miami power play with 3:08 to go. Now, the last 2 Miami power plays have not been great.
They haven't.
So North Dakota should be pretty confident in terms of how well they've killed penalties, and it's another good first win.
Entering the game, Miami was 21.7 on the power play, 26.7 in NCHC play.
Sendin's becoming one of these NCHC face-off specialists. There have been a lot of good ones in this conference. He's starting to develop into the next one.
I liked him last year in the times we saw him. It's a hard-nosed customer. Cole Smith in there. He's got the go-ahead goal. For the time being, North Dakota hoping it'll go. The box and it won't! Slatic put one into the backhand! Game tied, 4-4! The freshman Slatic with 2:35 to go beats Tomey, and we're tied at 4.
They love Slatic for his feet, his ability to move his feet and get into open spots. This is a great job by Gilling just to try to get the puck to the front of the net, and when he did, because of the broken play, everybody started to scramble. Bachman, who has just been terrific all season long and a net front presence, made himself felt a little bit, keeping Tomey's mind busy, but all Slatic did was take a broken play and put it on goal.
Ties this thing up. 2.5 to go in regulation. His 6th goal of the season for the product of Novi, Michigan.
Redhawks were up 2-0 early. North Dakota controlled most of the game. They're out shooting Miami 31-15. Miami's compete level has not gone down.
Fast ahead. 4 mismatch tied up by Bachman. Slowed and held by Peter Tomey. Minute 58 to go in a 4-4 hockey game.
You know, the one thing that Barry Schutte told me before the game about Slatic, he said he's got really good feet, he's got some deception, but the one thing they love about him is his hockey IQ. And as he grows in the program, will he grow into a leader like some of their other high-end young players have become? That's the question mark as to where he drifts into. But they love what they've got from him at the start, especially with the way that he can think the game.
They really love it now. Here's Cole Smith, put North Dakota up 4-3 before Slatic tied that up.
Smith was on the ice as one of the penalty killers when that goal got scored. Don't think for 1 second he's not thinking 5-4 and having something to do with it.
You're right. Gavin Hayne touched it with a high stick, though, as Smith frustrated. You better be careful. North Dakota's cause. As they whistled Hayne for touching it with a high stick at center. They had a chance there to break in, to your point, Dave, but they get denied. So says the referee.
Brad Berry talking with Joe Sullivan about it. And just a good pickup by our guys in the truck watching the referee, Sterling Egan, saying to Cole Smith, hey, relax. And I love when a referee can turn to a player like that, instead of just banging him for a misconduct, just hey, slow your roll.
Here's a look.
Yeah, that was definitely hit by a high stick by North Dakota.
Yeah, right call. So the face-off in North Dakota's end, controlled by Miami. Kletzky down for Graham, taken away by Kierstead. Now Clement's got it, the freshman for Dashke. Dashke got it into the zone. Kierstead, good pass ahead. Blaisdell, he's been all over, been very noticeable tonight. Has Blaisdell, fires! And Larkin had it, whistle went. With a minute 8 remaining here in regulation.
That was a little too open for my liking. Here comes Blaisdell, he's wide. He's got a little gap, the defense pulled his stick in. So Blaisdell can cut to the middle, and he does. You shouldn't be that open on an even man rush. Dashke had him fronted up really nicely with a big body. He puts the stick out. He can steer Blaisdell to the outside. Instead, Dashke pulled his stick in. It's like opening up the door, and Blaisdell walked to the middle and got a grade A chance. That shouldn't have happened.
Certainly did. Here's Kawaguchi with it. Adams with a chance. Under 60 seconds left now in regulation play. Lifted ahead. Bachman trying to use his speed. Pesky first to it for North Dakota. Colin Adams. Senard trying to find it and did for Gilling. Gilling to an open wing. Frisch is there. He'll jump ahead into the play. Knocked off of his stick, though. Adams trying to get a handle on it. Got it free to mismatch. Kawaguchi in front. It was in his feet. Now Bass thought about it. Backs it up. Snapped one in. Hit Adams. It goes in. They're going to wave it off, though. They're going to say no goal. Saying it was touched with a high stick. And Adams is saying, go look. So is Frisch. They're definitely going to look at this with 27.5 to go. So Joe Sullivan wearing the microphone. The call on the ice, no goal. They're taking a look. Here we go, Dave.
Miami did a pretty good job of trying to get the shot lane taken away. There's the play to the front of the net. Oh, boy, is that close.
It hit Adams' body.
Now, here's the question. Okay, see, the one thing you got to check is whether or not hit off anybody on Miami on the way into the net. 18 in green is Adams. Moves to the front. Yeah, looks like it hit him in the shoulder.
Yeah, it didn't hit his stick.
That replay clearly shows,
Yes.
well, for the most part, clearly shows that puck hit him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing was how calm North Dakota protested.
Yes.
It wasn't like they were screaming and yelling because there was something in dispute. They calmly just, hey, go take a look at this.
They said, go look, go look. They were pointing. So here's what you can review, and certainly this, what they're reviewing, the goal with 27 seconds remaining in regulation. We're going to take a slow-mo look at this. So it hits Adams there. I don't believe that hit his stick, Dave.
See, that replay was tough to see whether or not it hit the body or not.
Right.
This one.
That one you can't tell. But it goes off the stick there.
Oh, actually, it does hit the stick of the Miami player.
It goes off a Crowder's stick. I don't think that touched Adams' stick at all. I think it was off the body. As Sullivan and Sterling Egan continue to look at it. There's Colin Adams, hoping this baby stands up. So is Brad Berry. They've adjusted the time, 27.5 remaining here in the third period of play.
You can review it if an attacking player propels the puck illegally with the stick, hand, or body, and it deflects off any player and into the net.
Right.
So that would meet this.
That hit his left
criteria
arm
right here. That hit the arm. Then it hits the stick of Dashke. Sorry, it hits the stick of Crowder and goes in.
Here we go. Sullivan with the announcement. Saying that was touched with a high stick. So Joe Sullivan over to give the explanation to Brad Berry. Saying it was touched with a high stick. I gotta be honest, I didn't see that.
So remember, the call on the ice is no goal. So you need conclusive evidence to wave off your own call.
Yep.
And apparently the officials, in looking at it from the angles that they had, saw nothing to overrule their call.
Right. Joe Hutek there, one of the linesmen working. Talking to Colin Adams. To no avail, we play on. 20 seconds left here in regulation. It remains tied at 4-4. Adams trying to get it, can't. Miami will be content and lift it down. And Green, good job by Kirsten to keep it away from Green, who was just kind of lurking behind him there. Final seconds, they sent it through the crease. And at the horn, Dashke turned and fired. 60 minutes is not going to be enough. We're going to overtime. When we come back to Steve Cady Arena here at the Goggin Ice Center in Oxford, Ohio, North Dakota, and Miami tied at 4.
When fire and water threaten your home, Hand the cleanup over to the team that stays with you every step of the way in your journey back. 1-800-SERVPRO and ServPro.com. Like it never even happened.
Everything your trip needs for everyone you love. Expedia.
If only there was a place nearby you could get one of these. Or these. Good thing they're sold literally everywhere business is done. I'm pretty sure you could buy them at a bank. Not sorry, Reese's.
All right, Dave, here are the rules for overtime. 5-on-5. The winner, they get all 3 of the points. If we're still timed, to go 3-on-3. Goes as a tie in the books. Winner gets the extra point. Loser gets 1. Still tied. Still a tie. Goes to a shootout. Winner 2, loser 1.
Brad Berry said an interesting thing earlier this week. So they're talking about overtime. He goes, our guys, when they get to overtime, the mindset on the bench is, let's go in this thing in the first overtime. Let's get all 3 points. Don't extend games. Play with a killer instinct. Play like the game means everything and go get them. And they have really developed this dog-on-bone killer instinct mindset, especially when it comes to overtime.
Yep, and to your point, the numbers reflecting that. North Dakota 3-0-2 in overtime. Miami 0-0-3 in overtime so far this season. What a way to start the package of games here, Dave.
You're hard one to top, right? Next week you got number 1 North Dakota.
Top 10 matchup.
Gets a 2-time defending champs.
Yep. Here we go. North Dakota wins it. Overtime, all 3 points on the line. Next team that gets one would get all 3. Here comes Lown. And that one off the linesman. Joe Hutek taking that one 14 seconds in to the overtime session here.
It's interesting because, remember, Miami's got the last change, but this line rolled over the bench before North Dakota did anything. Normally you wait out your opponent, wait for the hand to go up, then you can make your change. Chris Bergeron, I love his moxie. He doesn't care who he puts this line out on the ice against. He's comfortable.
Here's Cole Smith. Put North Dakota up late, 4-3 before it was tied up. John Slatic, the freshman.
Miami makes a change on their back end. North Dakota with its real heavy line on the ice. This line's been excellent tonight in their offensive zone play. So what does Miami counter with? 2 pretty big defensemen in Andrew Senard and Bray Crowder, who combined are 13 feet tall.
That's right. Not counting skates. Here's Kierstead back to get it. Sends it hard around. Cole Smith trying to chip it there for Hayne. Bachman, he's on it. Bernard Docker stops him in his tracks, trying to pin him against the wall.
The only thing Docker didn't do was get his hands, and that's why this play's still alive.
Yeah. Crowder's got it. Fires it in. Looking for a redirect. Hit Green down low. Red Hawks trying to get one through from the left side. They can't. Gilling banks it down deep. Kierstead on it. And North Dakota gets it out. Smith out there with Hayne. Smith in over the line. And gloved, and it'll be held by Ryan Larkin. Gordy Green said, hang on to that one. We need a change with 3:51 to go in overtime.
Mahalik jumped out. He took Senard, and Mahalik did a really good job defending as that play went to the front of the net. North Dakota, remember, had some big bodies on the ice. Mahalik a little undersized, and his sending went to the net. Mahalik did a great job of keeping to the outside so that Larkin could field it cleanly and hold on to it.
Adams on the face-off. Monty Graham, who's very good on draws, gets tossed. Slatic, who tied this thing up, forcing overtime in there now. He won it, got it to Graham. Around goes Russell with it. North Dakota's Pesky will get to it. Glove down Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi with 5 game winners this season. And that one gloved, low shot, good low shot, gloved and held by Larkin.
Okay, so watch what happens here. Miami's got a guy on his off wing against the wall because they want to win it back and slam it out. Watch what Adams does. Adams trying to tap ahead. He loses the draw, but now he disrupts that play where 18 in white can rim it around the far side and get the puck out. That's a great job by Adams. So he loses the draw, but he wins the bigger battle by preventing Miami from using the hard around to clear the zone. Great work.
Excuse me, Dave. His game has come full circle this season. Here's Kawaguchi, those 5-game winners, leads the country in that department. His 8 career game winners. There's Jordan Kawaguchi. 3 career overtime game winners. 3:28 left. Bradbury takes that line off, though, and it'll put Weatherby's group out there between Michaud and Blaisdell.
There's another good face-off matchup right here. These are another couple of technicians.
Yep. Colin Adams, as you saw, also high on that list. Weatherby with a great look and a glove save down low by Ryan Larkin.
This glove save is all about Ryan Larkin exploding and reading a situation. This is goalie IQ at its finest. Really good job by North Dakota here. Another secondary win. Larkin was on the goal line. Look where he makes the save from. He's outside the crease already. If he sits tight, that's a goal. He realized it was a one-on-one with no options for the shooter to do anything but shoot. He's not going to get backdoored or anything. He came charging out. Great job.
Big time stop here in overtime. Block. Bachman trying to get away. Karch Bachman up left wing. Back to Green. Gordy Green now. Watched by Weatherby. Out in front. And Tomey's got it with 3:12 remaining in overtime.
Some wonderful creativity being shown. Even after a broken play, Miami would have loved to have chanced off the rush here. They couldn't because of how well North Dakota defended. So then they tried to make a secondary play, and from behind the net, you would have thought that that play was going to go around the wall and set it up from low to high. Instead, Miami tried to jam one to the front of the net and almost got lucky.
And a whistle here.
So now North Dakota in that same alignment. Off-winger against the board, so if the puck goes behind the defending centerman, his stick is close to the puck and he can hammer it. And Miami does a great job preventing it.
Graham gonna lift the stick of Bernard Docker and did. Keeps the play alive. Weatherby down there. Red Hawks continue to try to battle it out of there. Graham, you've touched on it. He's had a strong game, done a lot of little things really well.
Good stick, good compete.
Yep. Cole Smith puts on the brakes, trying to poke it by Pletzky, and does. Here comes Smith. Got Sendin. Smith trying to get his stick free and did, but could not find Sendin. Got a penalty coming up here as Weatherby and Larkin get tangled up, and it's going to be a power play for Miami here in overtime. Interference to call on Weatherby. 4-4 game here in overtime.
And Bradbury walked up and down his bench, just telling everybody, hey, relax, relax, relax. Larkin goes out to play the puck. If Weatherby just steps into him and tries to stop, that nothing happens. It's the follow-through that attracted all the attention.
Bass Pro Shops Tournament of Champions High School semifinals are underway, now available at cbssports.com/CBSSN. We'll get you there as soon as this one is a final. And a timeout. Chris Bergeron wants to talk it over.
The North Dakota calls timeout here. And I guarantee you the discussion right here, and not a doubt in my mind, the discussion right here is, if we lose the face-off, how do we set this thing up in terms of exploding out and coming out? And you can see Dane Jackson starting to move his fingers towards the blue line, and it's about just going over your assignments. So, hey, if the puck comes back, straight back to the point, it's about the center blowing through the center to make sure he gets in a shot lane. It's about the winger that's inside the hash marks getting into a shot lane, and the defenseman sorting out. On the other side of it, if they win the draw straight back, it's about the outplay. Do you wind up with the defenseman on the wall going for the puck and blasting it around? Or do you take the defenseman that's on the inside hash marks and have him cut under the dot on the defensive side of it and crank it off the near side glass? These are all things that not only are pre-planned in practice, but are now getting discussed so that everybody's on the same page.
Yep, saw Barry Schutte there talking to the guys with the man advantage here.
Sendin's going to take the draw. Sendin's a left-handed shot, so he'll have great ability if he wants to, and if he wants to get a turn involved, of turning and pulling the puck behind him towards the corner. But he is absolutely going to let everybody on the ice know where he wants to go with the puck. And you see North Dakota puts the defenseman behind the center.
So on the draw, came free, out it comes. Green with a shot, came loose. Now Kiersted's got it, and he lifts it out and releases the pressure and sends it all the way down. 1:45 remaining in the power play. 2:15 now, and overtime number one, the 5-on-5 overtime. Gordy Green gains the line. Gonna go in there against Pesky. Green back up top to Bachman. Bachman and Daschke play catch. Bachman comes in, fires a shot, missed the net. Came in top 10 in the country, but you gotta hit the net in that situation. Now coming up on 80 seconds remaining in the Miami power play here in overtime.
And you allow North Dakota to change.
Right. Here's Bachman, lost an edge. Bernard Docker and Dixon Bowen. Good work out of him to get it down the ice one more time for this penalty kill group. For North Dakota, that came in number 4 in the country at 91.4%. 90 seconds remain now in the 5-on-5 overtime. Tomey. Cole Smith. He'll get it, skate away. Smith comes in, Sendin's ready. And a save made by Larkin. Smith hustling back. Here comes Pletzky back up ice. Pletzky left it off for Russell. Inside of 40 seconds remaining now in the power play for Miami. Pletzky with it. Gave it to Clement. Clement with a shot blocked by Bass. Went way up in the air, about 20 feet. Sendin took down the Miami player. Now Barry's got it. 20 seconds remaining in the power play chance here for Miami. Sendin still out there. Bernard Docker chops it down. Miami's got to hurry if they want one last rush. Under 10 to go, and now 5 left in the man advantage. Weatherby down below us on his feet. Here comes Green and over the line. Green lost it. Nice play, Kiersted. Kiersted will get it. Smartly didn't just send it down the ice. Wanted to pass it ahead for Adams there. Now we're coming up on 20 seconds left here in the 5-on-5 overtime. Laid back for Frederick. Now Bachman. Deflected back behind the goal. North Dakota's got it. 10 seconds left now in the overtime. Kawaguchi got it around Frederick. Daschke back there. Tied up in feet, and the 5-on-5, folks, is not going to be enough. 3-on-3 for the extra point here in Oxford, Ohio, when we come back after this 60-second timeout.
No one tells you what to expect when you're expecting a new pet. Okay, Benny, we need to get you a crate, training treats, potty pads. But with Chewy's low prices, you'll find amazing deals on everything you need for your pets. Oh, even those toys? You can save on toys, food, treats, even your pet's prescriptions. What about leashes, a bowl, his ID tag? You can get it all at a great price. Even the shipping is free. So what are you waiting for? Start saving at Chewy today.
Save 30% on your first order at Chewy.
It's a good time to be a doer. Now your phone not only knows what that thing is, but where that thing is. Lockers are no longer just for gym shoes. Tile work has moved beyond guesswork. And if you can't run to the store can run to you. Welcome to today's Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Inching closer to the start of 3-on-3 overtime. 5-on-5 was not enough. Bass Pro Shops Tournament of Champions High School basketball semifinals are underway. Now available at cbssports.com/CBSSN. We'll get you there as soon as this one's done. 3-on-3. Here we go, Dave.
This is where it gets fun. Now, 3-on-3, the one thing that I think we've all noticed as hockey fans over the last few years has been in a 3-on-3, and it's all about possession. You don't see teams dump the puck at all. If they're in the offensive zone and it's not going for them, they'll bring it back. They'll bring it back to their own end. But a 3-on-3 is all about possession, all about numbers, and trying to maintain the puck so you can get a good rush going up ice. I love the fact that nobody dumps the puck here.
So the extra point on the line for the winner that can score here in the 3-on-3. Miami's got Bachman out there, Russell out there, Nyes out there. North Dakota, they've got Adams with a puck. Kawaguchi out there and Bernard Docker. Kawaguchi into the corner. Bachman knocked it away. Adams will come in and play it back to Bernard Docker. 5 minute here, 3-on-3. If this isn't enough, the shootout. Dashke for Gordy Green. Gilling comes on. Green recognized that. 3 wide. Here come the Red Hawks against 3 wide. It's mismatch. Kierstead and Michaud. Now flipped ahead. Weston Michaud. Weston Michaud trying to get in around Dashke. Michaud right in. And Larkin denied him there. Green went down. Back onto his feet. Now Casey Gilling. 2 goals in regulation. Rolled off of his stick. Gilling back to Green. Michaud comes in. Got it back to Kierstead. Mismatch the other one out there. Michaud's dog tired. Weatherby's going to come on. And mismatch goes off as Blaisdell comes on as well. Kierstead surveying the situation. Weatherby now. Jasper Weatherby comes in. And Clement got a piece of his stick. Save made by Larkin. Now Matt Barry. Watched by Weatherby. Barry. Back for Alec Mahalik. Mahalik puts on the brakes. Here's Barry. Across. Didn't get much on it. Pletzky trying to end it. Off the heel of his stick, it looked like. Mahalik trying to find it. Bass gets to it first. North Dakota looking to get fresh bodies on up front. And they will. Hopping over the boards is Colin Adams. Now Gabe Bass takes it from Weatherby. Bass comes right in. Saved by Larkin. Trying to wrap it around. Just didn't get enough on it. Under 3 to go now here in this 3-on-3 overtime session. Bachman. Back to Russell. Ben Lown. Over to Warwick Russell. Bernard Docker watching him. Save made by Tomey. With 2:19 to go in the 3-on-3 here, Dave.
Well, Gabe Bass had a great chance to show off his speed. Nice job by Bachman to steer him a little bit wide, and then Bass follows up. And he wasn't far off. He cuts that a little tighter. He might have found himself with an overtime goal. Good action here in the 3-on-3.
So Weatherby on with Adams and Kierstead. Gilling on with Green and Dashke for Miami. Colin Adams. 2:10 and counting to go here in the 3-on-3. Banked ahead smartly for Kawaguchi. Jordan Kawaguchi. Peels back, brings it out. Now takes it back in over the line. It's in between 2. And we got a penalty being called. A slash has been called on Miami. Looks like Gilling's going. So we'll go 4-on-3 here with a power play chance.
So remember, in the 3-on-3, North Dakota will go to a 4-on-3 when the player won't come out. The only way he's coming out if it's a goal. So we'll go 4-on-3 the rest of the way here. And what that allows North Dakota to do is set Kierstead up on top. And allows Kawaguchi to play off the flank and Bernard Docker on the opposite side. Kawaguchi be on the right, Bernard Docker on the left.
Adams won the draw. Here's Kawaguchi now. Coming up on 100 seconds to go in the 3-on-3, which is now a 4-on-3 because of a slashing call that was assessed to Casey Gilling. North Dakota trying to get the extra point here. Each team's getting one. It's just a matter of who gets one. Docker, remember the circle, slowed it down. Adams back to Docker. Now Kierstead, Kawaguchi. Still working out up top. Bernard Docker waiting for it. Kawaguchi goes this way to Kierstead. Blocked by Crowder. Bernard Docker with a shot. Kawaguchi knocked out of there by Crowder with that long reach. Saved the goal there and break Crowder.
Hawkinson with a block shot. Boy, was he gutsy there. What a great job by Crowder. And Kawaguchi almost ended it almost as nonchalantly as it would have been in the opening minute.
Yep. Here's Kierstead in over the line for Bernard Docker. Kierstead touches on there to Kawaguchi. Kierstead, Bernard Docker one-timer coming. Didn't get everything on it. Cleared by Clement. 45 seconds to go in the 3-on-3.
3 quick changes for Miami. More fresh bodies.
Yep. Here comes Bast up the middle of the sheet now. Half a minute to go in this 3-on-3. It's a 4-on-3 now due to the power play for North Dakota. Frisch. One-timer. Michaud loose in front. Cleared out of there again by the defense. That was Crowder again. Here's Michaud now. Weatherby takes a look. Weatherby, cross ice, Bast. His shot blocked by Crowder. What a shift by Bray Crowder. My goodness. Wow.
God, when Troy Crowder turns sideways, he can block out the sun. And what a job he did in terms of shot blocking and getting wide. Here's the original chance by Kerstad, blocked on the inside of the foot by Hawkinson, who really battled through. And then Crowder had a block in front. Here's a good play to break up a chance. He blocked 2 shots on the shift.
Yep.
Sinard was great as well. What a job by Miami.
Outstanding work by them. 7.8 to go here in the 3-on-3, the 4-on-3 power play is going to carry us over the final 7.8. Puck is down. Frederick trying to tie it up. Bernard Docker trying to dig it out. And Adams. Oh, they just missed it. Oh, Bernard Docker. Wide open opportunity. Colin Adams couldn't believe it. And it's going to take the shootout. What a hockey game.
I really like the play Frederick's trying to make. He didn't really have an out, so he put the puck in his skates. And North Dakota with numbers managed to dig it out. What a play by Adams. What an ability by Bernard Docker to get a stick on it. But did Adams set up a great play?
Did he ever?
Little sauce pass.
Over it.
Right over the
Look at Adams on the
body of Monty Graham. The reaction is priceless.
It's like, no! So Brad Berry still working the officials. So for both these teams, it'll be their first time in the shootout this season.
So a couple things to think about shootout-wise. Number one is this. The ice is scratchy.
Yeah, it is.
So don't overhandle. That sometimes becomes an issue with, I mean, skill guys want to make plays, don't get me wrong. But right now in a situation like this, shooters become real important. And get the puck in, and as soon as you see daylight, don't overplay with it. You get some daylight, shoot it. For the goaltenders, it's the standard operating procedure. Get your heels on top of the crease as that puck hits the hash marks, and that gives you an opportunity to keep gap.
All right, here we go. Round one, top of it. Jordan Kawaguchi here against Larkin. Kawaguchi in. Save made by Larkin.
Boy, Larkin gave him nothing. Kawaguchi came in and he wanted to go with his power on a wrist shot to the blocker side. We talk about where to be gap-wise. Wonderful gap by Larkin.
Here's Gordy Green, the captain out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, against Tomey. And another stop at the other end. We go to round two. Deadlock, nobody scored yet.
Now Green would have needed a microscope to find room here. He came in, Tomey just held his ground. Look how big he is.
Yes.
And how well he held his ground. Green with a good idea to try to go against the grain.
6'4" and 208. Here comes Grant Mismash. The lefty goes wide on Larkin. Comes in, little drag move, scores! Grant Mismash. First goal in the shootout here.
If you can get the goalie to make a move where he's got to push off on his back foot, that's where you can make some hay. Larkin was in a good spot and got snuck through.
Here's Matt Berry. Right hand shot, Berry. Saved by Tomey. And North Dakota takes care of business. They get the job done. Tomey comes on in relief. North Dakota wins the shootout. They get the extra point, goes in the books as a tie, but they get the 2 points, which are always huge in NCHC play, Dave.
Absolutely. Barry comes in, Tomey holds his ground, Barry tries to go 5-hole. Just like happened here. North Dakota walks out of here with a shootout win. Game goes in the books as a tie, and I'll tell you what, if you're Miami, you got to be really happy with the effort you put out tonight against the best team in the country.
Heck of a hockey game as these two teams put on quite a show in our debut in our 7th season covering the NCHC. For Dave Starman, Shereen Sasky, all of our crew, my name is Ben Oldham. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's now send it to Noah Kozlov, John Griffin, and Dan Lucy in Springfield, Missouri for the Bass Pro Shops Tournament of Champions High School Basketball Semifinals.
Clipping Chevy dealers, John Spittle with Reliable Chevrolet.
Here in Springfield, Missouri for the 36th Annual Bass Pro Shops Tournament of Champions.
Vinegar Chevrolet Branson.
We appreciate all those who've been watching North Dakota and Miami hockey. And here's what you missed in the first quarter. Oak Hill leads 11-5. This Oak Hill team led by head coach Steve Smith in his 35th year. A bunch of high flyers and a bunch of kids are going to be playing high-level college basketball in the future. The number 3 team in the country comes in at 24-1, playing Vashon High School 9-3 from St. Louis, Missouri.
Well, there's Coach Steve Smith diagramming what he wants for his team as they start the second quarter, but he's got to be really happy with the way his team has come out of the gate. They came out with a lot of energy. They played great defense. And Vashon's going to have to pick it up at both ends of the court. They're going to have to try to score closer to the basket, and they're going to have to protect the basketball because it gave Oak Hill some easy baskets in transition.
He's the St. Joe's Hall of Famer, John Griffin. I'm Noah Kozlov. Dan Lucy is on the sidelines with us. This is the 36th Annual Bass Pro Shops Tournament of Champions, a tournament that attracts teams from all over the country to local